This week will be very important indeed. We are going to have a new portal which is going to be opening this week, and everything is going to change. The reason why I say that everything is going to change is because we are entering a rather significant time of the actual rebirth and transition. When I say this rebirth and transition, I'm not talking about our individual cases. I'm talking about people around the world, and I'm most certainly talking about all these things that have been happening globally. Okay, there is an important issue that is actually going to be resolved this week, and the particular issue that is just going to be resolved this week globally, it's actually going to again open many people's eyes. There have been people behind the scene doing things and working on things when it comes to the actual global, when it comes to this situation globally and things like that people don't actually know about, but other people have been fighting for it, and there is a really big confusion going on over there, and that particular confusion has been going on for a really long time. So I'm just going to say that something very significant is going to happen this week, and that particular thing that is just going to happen this week is significant. It's not going to be as nice, it's not going to be as good, but it is most certainly going to be like a people's eyes opener. There is another eye opener going to happen this week, and people are just going to realize really what is happening. People are going to realize this week completely who is on a good side and who's on a bad side. There are people that don't actually even understand like the actual seriousity of the situation that is going on around at the moment. So that's why I'm saying that this is really important, and that's why I'm saying that this is really significant, and that's why I'm saying that this week is going to be really powerful. The bottom line is that something very significant is going to be exposed again. There is another exposure going to happen. So first of all, we're going to have something that is going to happen which has got nothing to do with exposure, which is purely going to happen, and then it's kind of, as I said, it's going to open many people's eyes to what really is happening, what really is going on, and this is going to be an important moment. The vibrations of this week are going to have such an amazing influence and impact on us and many people indeed, and that particular amazing influence and impact, it is just going to be help you to kind of like just see the situation from a slightly different angle. That particular different angle is just going to reveal something completely different, a completely different picture, and that particular picture is just going to kind of be the beginning of something really important, beginning of the massive huge awakening in this world. As I said, it's all about the realization that is just going to open people's eyes to what is actually happening, and it's also going to open people's eyes and it's going to have such an influence and impact on people that is actually going to start bringing people together. This is an important moment indeed, because this is just going to be very important in itself, because it's just going to be the beginning of something really massive, really huge. What is actually going to happen this week also is just going to be like kind of, it's going to happen out of the blue, and something is going to happen that nobody would be able to actually predict this. Nobody would be actually able to say that this is going to happen. So therefore something very big, very important, very huge, very significant is also going to happen this week. I mean, I'm saying this is the third thing now. That third significant thing that is actually going to happen this week is just going to come out of the blue. It's going to happen out of the blue, and it's also going to make and raise a certain reaction. It's going to raise certain energy, and this is the moment, this is the time when people are going to realize something really significant, something really important, something really big, because people are just going to kind of be like surprised with what happened. But then again, at the end of the day, that is just going to kind of help people to kind of see the truth, help people to see the light, help people to kind of see that, like a thing's crystal clear indeed. It is all about justice and balance. Justice, balance, which means that certain people are going to be exposed, and this is just all about justice, and it's all about balance. It's a one step at a time. There is so much exposure going on, and this is just going to be absolutely so important, and it's so significant when it comes to the actual whole of humanity. This is just so important. I cannot explain how significant this time it's going to be. Yes, it is still still part of the big spiritual awakening, but most certainly the new portal that is opening, it is just going to be like a really huge, massive wheel of fortune when it comes to the whole world, when it comes to everything that has been happening globally. We are going to have a wheel of fortune moment. So that's why I'm saying that the new portal is opening, and that's why I'm saying that this is really important, because something unusual, unexpected is going to happen, and that in itself is just going to be it, because this is going to pull, this is going to kind of vibrate, and this is going to make a certain reaction that is just going to have an impact on a certain vibration that is on another hand going to just kind of spread all around the world, and a big, huge, massive realization is going to become evident. It is all about the justice, 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 justice. Just remember, this is an important moment that is going to bring people together. This is an important time, an important moment, and now after this time, everything is going to start changing, as I said, because we are going to be able to see things crystal clear. People are going to be able to kind of see things crystal clear, and it's just going to be so important. And again, somebody very powerful male person, very significant male, strong, powerful person is just going to play a really important role in all this. Most certainly, this male, powerful, significant person is somebody who's much older, somebody who's very significant, somebody who's somebody who's known around the world, and somebody who has got a really strong influence around the world. This person is going to play an important role in all this. This person is going to surprise lots of people. I'm not saying this in a bad way, in a negative way, or anything like that. No, not at all, my baby. This person is going to surprise lots of people. Those people who are maybe thinking about this person in a negative way, now the plates are going to turn. The tables are going to turn. This person is going to have an answer. This person is going to have a power. This person is bringing the right balance, and this person is going to make 3 important decisions, 3 important directions, 3 important starts are going to come and going to happen through this particular person. There is another female person that is also going to be exposed in a not really good way at all, but lots of people are not going to be surprised about it. And another female person, younger female person, is going to be like actually it's going to come out in a fantastic way, in a brilliant way. And I mentioned about that younger female person who's very smart, who's very intelligent, who is very clever. She hasn't been around for a really long time, but she's already world known, and I already mentioned her before. And now this week she's also going to play an important role in all this. However, prepare for the amazing journey, and most certainly this week things are going to change. Things are going to start happening globally that are going to be a new, huge, massive starting point, and this is the motivation that people needed in order to move on with their lives. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's from the 29th of April until the 5th of May 2019, and I'm going to start with the horoscope sign of Aries. Now, Aries, my gorgeous, beautiful, most precious Aries, this week you are just going to feel like the beginning of the week is going to feel like a little bit strange, because there is going to be like a certain suspicion about somebody that you're going to become aware of it. That particular suspicion about somebody is just going to make you think about a certain stage of your life. It's going to make you think about a certain direction of your life, and then on another hand you're going to feel like a little bit confused, because what is going to happen at the same time, you're just going to have like a very strong feeling of change. So this is what I really like it, like when the week starts like this. And it's also going to be very significant when it comes to the certain indecisiveness. It's going to start with you being indecisive. But the way you're going to be indecisive is just purely going to be like, it's a lot to do with your life. It's a lot to do with your direction. But suddenly you're going to feel indecisive, because you're going to start feeling very passionate about a certain change of direction when it comes to your life. It's not completely like a complete change the life, but it's just a very very important and very significant to keep on bringing certain things into our lives so we can actually progress in this spiritual journey. This is all about this. I'm keep on saying and saying and saying that this world, this world and this earth, we are here, like many times, it all depends. And this is not our permanent home. Our permanent home is somewhere else, but we are on this earth to learn. And this is why we need to keep on trying different situations. We need to be very adventurous. We need to keep on trying different things. We need to learn on our mistakes. And if we don't learn on our mistakes, our spirit is not going to evolve. And then that means that we're going to come back. So that's why I'm saying that this is an important moment for you, Aries, when something is going to become really obvious and the certain completion. Your life came to the certain point. Your life came to the certain completion. This is really good. This is going to re-energize you. This is going to make you feel really good about yourself. This is going to give you like a certain power back, and also the radiance that you are going to have. People are going to be able to feel this radiance. People are going to be able to sense this radiance. People are going to be able to enjoy your energy more than they normally enjoy. But this is so important as well when it comes to you, like kind of like a starting and having a new starting point. Listen, my babies, work with the energy, work with this wonderful power, work with these wonderful vibrations. Focus on what it is that you want to do next. Focus on what it is that you need to add up into your life now. Focus on what would you like to change about your life. Focus on what the next stage of your life would be, because this is going to be an amazing time. And also it's the wonderful balance that you are also going to have, and that in itself, it's also going to make you realize that your lives, the certain part of your life came to a complete. Also the end of like a long and ongoing problem that was confusing you and that was preventing you to be completely happy. It's also going to come to an end. An obstacle you're going to go over, an obstacle you're going to kind of go over, and this is going to be absolutely fine, because now this is going to be a wonderful time for you, because you're going to realize how much you were like kind of paying attention to something, like even subconsciously, that you never realized how much it actually took out from you. But the bottom line is this big problem is coming to an end. This is absolutely brilliant. You're going to have a fantastic idea this week. Most certainly something that you should go for. Most certainly something that you should like focus on, because that particular idea is going to make sense later on. But most certainly this is going to be absolutely beginning of something really important. I do see this certain journey and certain traveling. This is so significant. If I do see a certain journey or certain traveling, this is brilliant, because it means that if you go this week, or even if you book on this week, as long as you've got the energy attached to this particular week, that means that this is going to be a little bit of a spiritual journey for yourself. And when I say spiritual journey, I mean that when you go on that particular trip, while you're going there, while you're on the journey, while you're coming back, it all depends, while you're booking it, there is an idea that you're going to have, and that idea is just going to be so good for you, and it's going to be so good for the people in your life. It's just going to kind of like be kind of the problem resolver, not only when it comes to you, but it's just like when it comes to other people that are in your life, other people that mean to you. Absolutely brilliant. This is the time of the transition, and this is the time of your personal change, and this is all going to be about your readjustment. There is the readjustment that you are going to have in order to have your own personal rebirth. This is going to be an important time, but there is going to be the sacrifice that you are going to need to make. There is going to be the change that you're going to need to focus on. Very strong, very powerful, but it is going to lead towards your own satisfaction. Just see what you feel drawn to, my sweetnesses. See what you would like to try next. See what you feel like you would, like it's the next step for you. Just see what you feel drawn to. The best thing to do is just to make yourself to become the part of the situations and area and dimensions where you want, just be the part of it, dimension and areas that you wouldn't normally be. Like go somewhere where you wouldn't normally. Try things for the first time. This is going to be absolutely brilliant, and it's going to have an amazing impact on you indeed. Because this week, by the end of this week, you are about to rediscover yourself. You are about to rediscover your life. life, and it is just going to be absolutely amazing because the whole new idea is going to be born here. And also, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Aries, it's basically when it comes to your health, I mean, energy wise, this is going to be a brilliant week, and I know that you're going to love it. I know it's going to bring you lots of optimism. I know that you're going to achieve lots of things, you know. I know that you're going to have lots of ideas, you know. This is going to be a week of rebirth. And I feel like a lot of Aries have also been suffering from like feeling tired, you know, for a while, especially for the last 24 months. I'm not saying tired all the time, but I'm just saying that, you know, the energy levels wouldn't be as good, you know. The energy levels, you know, if you would be like working on doing something for like about 8 hours, you know, you would notice already that the energy levels wouldn't be as good like after 5 or 6 hours. And then that, of course, it does reflect on your way of thinking. It does reflect on our way of thinking. It does reflect on the way we do things, you know. It does affect us in many ways indeed. So I'm seeing that you're going to achieve quite a lot here when it comes to the actual this week, you know, when it comes to your productivity indeed. Bad. I would really highly like to stress that you are going to be sensitive to aluminium. Now it's your turn to be sensitive to aluminium. Now when it comes to the deodorants, this is the one in particular. I need you to be careful. Try to, especially this week, but especially if you can do it like all the time, it would be absolutely perfect. But especially this week, you're going to be very sensitive to the actual aluminium in deodorants. Please try to use natural deodorants. I use them myself, and they're completely aluminium free, they're completely chemical free, and they are just as good. They're absolutely perfect because aluminium is so good. Sorry, no, aluminium is so bad, so bad for you. It's unbelievable. I'm not even going to stress, I'm not even going to say how many illnesses this evil thing can actually cause. So try to avoid aluminium, please, because I can see that you will have a strong sensitivity to it. So try to use a natural deodorants, and lots of people think, oh no, they're not good. Yes, they're absolutely brilliant. Maybe sometimes you need to reapply a little bit more often, but at least it's natural. We are meant to sweat. When you use this like aluminium things, you know, this horrible chemical deodorants, you know, they stop us from sweating, and that's not really good. That's not natural. That just makes so many bad vibrations around our body. It's unbelievable. So this is something that I would need you to actually take, like something that is aluminium free. On another hand, when it comes to those of you that are actually in relationship, oh la la, this is very important week for those of you that are in relationship, because it's all about a certain result. Now, there are a couple of things that are going to happen this week. Now, there are a couple of things that are going to be very significant when it comes to you two, and something that you have been working on, something that you have been planning, something that you have been focusing on, and something that you have been waiting. Now, there is a really wonderful unfoldment going to happen here. So it's going to be brilliant. It is going to be, the results are nearly due, and it's just going to be so significant. But you are going to need to reorganize something, and you are going to need to sit down, sort certain things out, and see what is going to be the best way in order to move on with the certain things in your life, because there is an important reorganization going to happen with you and your partner as well. Your partner is going to need a little bit of your advice, okay? When it comes to those of you that are actually single and ready to mingle, I don't think that this is a great week to actually find the love of your life, because you are going to be really busy. There is a lot going to be happening. You know, you are going to be surrounded by people. You are going to be meeting lots of new people. But it's just very interesting that people that you're going to meet this week and people that you're going to come across this week, you know, they're all going to be like a little bit sad, a little bit miserable. You're going to be no, but it's just like, no, I didn't mean to say that, but there are a couple of people that are going to be very interesting that you're going to meet this week, and you're going to be like baffled by them, but in a good way, not in a way as if like, oh, I really fancy you, I really like, I really want you, you know. You're going to be fascinated by them in many different ways, but there are a couple of them that there is a really bad and negative and very heavy karma attached to. So a couple of them are going to be going through something very negative and very heavy. And now this is going to kind of become the part of your spiritual journey. This is going to be become a part of your dimension. And no, you're not going to meet the love of your life. But as I said, this is, this is very difficult to explain. But this is just really part of your spiritual journey. You need to come across a couple of very strange, very unusual people that is going to happen this week that has nothing to do with love. But then later on, this is all going to make sense, okay? But the most importantly now, this is important more like for your spiritual journey and for you to gain a certain experience out of it rather than like fancy them as a people and things like that. It's a more important socially. A couple of important things are going to happen when it comes to you and when it comes to social relationship, when it comes to your friends and when it comes to your people in your life. It is not going to be about love. It is not going to be about finding someone, but it's going to be an important time because it is also going to help you with a certain problem, and you are going to have a certain realization about your life through this situation. Believe me or not, it's more like a certain advice that you're going to gain through this situation. Okay, the next the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, of course, is going to be my gorgeous, my beautiful, my ever so precious Taurus, because this week you are going to be like on top of the world. This week you're going to be ooh la la. This week you're going to be focused on things you wanted to do in a really long time. This week you're going to feel really happy. This week you're going to have the whole motivation back. The whole optimism is going to be a couple of things, health wise, you're going to feel like, yay, it's brilliant. Okay, so especially when it comes to those long ailments that you didn't see any if you didn't see any results in a really long time with the long ailments, and things like that, this is all going to kind of improve. But this is brilliant. But a couple of things. So your health is going to be good. And on another hand, it's just going to be something that you wanted to do for a while. Something that, you wanted there's certain changes, but you waited for the right time, waited for the right moment. You were waiting for financial situation, and also you were waiting for the certain balance. This is going to help you so much, but you are going to kind of come across with a certain problem, certain situation, certain you're going to need to think about something. This is very important, and it's to do with a certain problem, certain issue when it comes to somebody very important in your life, like a certain family member or somebody who is a very important figure in your life is just going to come up with something, and they came up with something in the last 2 or 3 weeks, but you weren't too sure what to do, you weren't too sure how to respond, and you needed to take some time out. Now this, you're going to feel like you want to escape a little bit. You're going to feel like you want to like kind of reward yourself. You want to feel like you want to like a step away from the situation and become part of the different dimension. And this is so good. This is brilliant. This is absolutely the right time. Please try to like reward yourself. Try to do something for yourself. Try to buy something for yourself. Treat yourself. To do something different. You know why, my gorgeous Taurus? Because your financial situation is going to start improving here, and that's so important. But also you have been doing so well, and especially when it comes to the certain progress, in the last 3 years, the Tauruses have been had, the Taurus has had a, I wouldn't say like really, really hard time, but it has been quite hard. It has been quite heavy. The energy wasn't as good and the vibration wasn't as like positive or wasn't as high. And this is so important to say, because this was just part of your journey. This was part of your spiritual journey, and this was part of your particular dimension and your particular situation. Now this is all about to change, and now especially from this week until the end of that particular week, this is so good, because it's all about you having a good news. Somebody in your life is going to have a good news. If you have got a partner or somebody who's very close to you, is also going to have a good news, and that is going to mean to you so much, because there is the whole new motivation going to come through. Whole new motivation is going to come forward, and also certain fear that you had, Taurus, about somebody like a certain family member. There is a certain fear that you had recently. That fear is going to come to an end, and it's going to be proven like, not like you were wrong, like it's going to be proven like otherwise. It's going to be proven like, oh God, it's going to be fine. Absolutely. It's just something that you were a little bit worrying about on the side, and that also happened recently, and that is just going to be really good. But the bottom line is, it's all about the success. You will know exactly where you are. You will be aware of the certain advantage as of this week that you are going to have, and that advantage that you are going to have is just going to be absolutely brilliant, because it's all about your victory. It is all about the certain direction, like it's going to be like, yay, now you can start, now you can do it, now you can go for it. This is so important because the picture is going to be crystal clear. This is just going to bring you the whole new optimism. It's going to bring you the whole new initiative, something to really look forward. I'm so happy for you because at the end of the day, this is going to be an important time because it is going to be also your own new dimension. The beginning of something really important is going to happen here. And let me just tell you something else as well. It's just like basically something it's also going to be offered to you from somebody who's very experienced in many, many different ways. And that is going to like confuse you a little bit. That is going to like make you think a little bit. That is going to make you wonder a little bit. That is going to make you something suspicious, but it's going to be absolutely fine, and it's going to be really good, and this is going to be quite life-changing for you indeed, because this is coming from somebody who's very experienced in this particular field, that is very experienced with this part of life, with this dimension that they're like kind of going to step through, and that in itself is just going to become a new starting point. This is absolutely significant because also you are about to get your justice. You are going to have your justice this week, and your justice this week is also going to come in the form of materialistic thing, and it's also going to come in the form of something really spiritual, and it's going to allow you to take care of someone in such a way that to take care of someone in such a way that what you wanted to do in a really long time. So if something like something goes wrong or something goes like that, you can just you can be like absolutely fine and everything is absolutely sorted. No, it's just so important because it is just going to open up so many new possibilities for you. This is going to open up so many doors for you, and on another hand, you're going to sort something out, for a really long time, and not only for yourself but the people in your life as well. So therefore, something ridiculously important is going to happen this week, and what's going to happen this week is going to reflect on you, on your life, and it's going to be literally life-changing, and you will know it, you will feel it, you will sense it, because you will feel very active, you will feel very determined, you will feel like full of energy. Your health is going to feel so much better this week. It's unbelievable, and that all is going to be absolutely a wonderful combination, which is just going to reflect on you, and it's going to reflect on people around you. You're going to be full of ideas, and that's exactly what you need to do. This is going to be the beginning of something very special in your life, the beginning of a big change. The whole new motivation is going to come through, and that is going to be very infectious on other people around you. The new plan is going to become like a very strong and very evident here as well, and that new plan is also going to kind of like make sense so much, and it's every single time when you think about it, you're just going to start feeling more optimistic and more optimistic and more optimistic. Absolutely brilliant. The whole new balance is about to come through indeed. I would highly suggest to try to this is going to be also a great week to think about the personal training, to think about a certain fitness, to think about a certain reconnection with you and with the nature as well. Very, very important, because this is going to help you a lot with your own life, with your energy, and with this particular ideas, because you're going to have lots of ideas. So this is going to help you with the balance, so you can not have it. Sometimes we can have too much information and too many ideas that we don't even know what to do with it, and this being reconnected and connected with the nature is just going to help you a lot with the balance. Okay, what else I was going to say is when it comes to your health, you see, I was going to say you see, it's brilliant when it comes to the actual energy levels. It's absolutely fantastic as well. This is brilliant, but what you're going to need to do, it is going to be the lack of vitamin D. So it's really important to take the supplements that are rich in vitamin D, or basically little tablets that are rich in vitamin D that are natural. So important. Or you can expose yourself to the sun for about an hour every single day, and if you can't expose yourself to the sun, then you can just get a vitamin D tablets, for example. It's just so important. And on another hand, also what else I was going to say is a dry skin and hair. Dry skin and hair is going to be quite sensitive. It's going to be evident that you are going to have this week. So also for you as well, flaxseed oil is one of the best things you can actually get for your skin, hair and nails. It helps you with all these things. It's absolutely absolutely brilliant. Flaxseed oil, you can get it like in a capsule form or in an oil form, and flaxseed oil also as well. Basically, if you take a vitamin D supplement and if you decide to take a flaxseed oil, which I highly recommend, if you are on any other medications, if you are pregnant, if you are breastfeeding, please check with your doctor or with your GP, because only your doctor or your GP can actually tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not, or if you can take it if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. But I highly recommend this. Okay, now my gorgeous Taurus is for those of you that are actually in relationship. It is all going to be about making changes. It is all going to be about doing changes at home, focusing on your environment, focusing on your immediate environment. It is just going to be so much about you building things together, doing things together, living this life together, being the part of this beautiful dimension and beautiful world, together. It's just all about kind of focusing and doing things and expanding things together. This is a really important time for both of you, and it is just going to reflect on both of your relationship, and it is just going to bond you so well, so beautiful. I'm not saying that you're not bonded already, but there's a whole new bond going to come through this, and you will see exactly what I mean. This is going to be very important for you and your relationship, because something so huge is actually going to come out of it. Now, for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingle, you see, you're going to be the part of the very unusual situation this week, okay? And when I say that you're going to be part of the very unusual situation, it's just basically I'm saying that you're going to be surrounded by the few people, and something is going to be mentioned about the money, or something money or financial is just going to become important when it comes to this environment or this surroundment. It just all depends. Maybe these are going to be people at work, but it is just somebody's going to come through, somebody's going to come forward, and I don't like this person, and I would like you to stay away from that person. And no, I'm being like a dark Lala. Now, dark Lala. Oh, okay, now I'm being like a dark Lala, and but it's just basically, no, I know sometimes it's you're not going to meet anyone, but I'm just saying what I see, and this is so important. And sometimes, certain people can be very intriguing, certain people can be very interesting, certain people can really make us to want them, but we don't even know why, and I feel like that these are the couple of people that you're going to find quite attractive, but I would like you to stay away from them, because there is something is not quite right, something financial is not quite right, and something is not, it's at a very low vibration. Both of these people have a low vibration. The bottom line is, couple of them are going to be around you, they will fascinate you, couple of people, and both of them are going to kind of be able, you will be able to be both of them if you would want to. But I would just say to you, just don't, because it is these two are not, there's a very low vibration. I would like to stay away from them. There is something else that you're going to realize also through this situation, so just stay away from this too. Okay, the third important sign that I'm going to be talking about is a Gemini, of course. Now, Gemini, it is all about you having a challenge this week, you having a competition this week. You are going to be the part of the competition, and that competition is just going to kind of leave a little bit of bitter taste in your mouth, because you are going to be a little bit worried, and also the certain, you're going to be a little bit worried. It is going to happen out of the blue. It's going to come out of the blue. It is not going to be completely evident that it's going to be like some kind of competition, but I'm just telling you now, and the reason why is because you are going to find yourself being part of the competition. This is the way this is going to develop. This is the way this is going to happen, and this is why you're going to be like a little bit maybe shaken, but in a good way, but only because you kind of didn't think that this is going to happen. So you're going to have your own little bit of situation that is going to surprise you, and that then when you realize that this is a challenge, okay, this is a competition, okay, you're going to realize there will be a certain like a problem that is going to come through and forward, and that problem is going to go way back within the last 24 months, the certain situation that you went through that kind of made you feel a little bit negative. Now this is going to come back, and it's very important to deal with this problem, deal with this issue, deal with a little bit of stress, because this is exactly what you need need to do. This is so important, and it's part of your own personal development. It's a part of your own spirituality. It's a part of your own completely new dimension that is just going to come through after this week, especially, and it's just going to become very evident. Something really amazing, you see. So it's a negative situation that you're going to be able to turn into a good situation, something that used to make you feel a little bit stressed and a little bit negative, a little bit scared. Now this is just going to kind of, the tables are again with your situation going to turn, and this is going to be amazing, because this in itself is going to be your new absolutely fantastic starting point indeed, and the whole new determination is going to come through this, because you're going to realize something important about yourself as well, but also an ignorance, an ignorance from the certain person. When it comes to the actual certain person, it's just like somebody, there is going to be a little bit of lack of understanding, and you're going to realize somebody's selfishness a little bit, but then again, you're just going to be able to accept this, and you are going to be able to turn the situation for the better, rise above the situation, and actually this is going to help you so much to move on with your life, and that is just going to make you feel really active. You're just going to be like, you know what, I'm just going for it, I absolutely don't care. And this is exactly attitude you need to have. This is the exactly attitude that you must have, because that attitude is just going to bring you an amazing idea, an amazing idea, which is going to be literally mind-blowing. And also, let me just tell you something, that there is an older person, a powerful person, a wise person is also going to come through forward, and that person is very strong and very powerful when it comes to their third psychic eye, when it comes to their intuition, when it comes to their personal power, when it comes to their energy, when it comes to their decision-making skills, and when it comes to their actual financial situation. This person is just absolutely amazing. Somebody older, somebody ridiculously wise, a male person, very powerful. This person likes to keep certain things to themselves. This person is very smart, but they're not too talkative, if that makes sense. However, this person is going to give you an amazing idea, and this idea is also going to kind of like rub on you so well, and it's just going to give you the whole new initiative, and the idea that you are going to get from this person is going to be absolutely super important on the 11th of September 2019. On the 11th of September 2019, this idea is going to have the second stage. You just watch this space, which also means that on another hand, as many new things you can start this week, as many like adventurous things you can start this week, as many new things you can start this week. Now, this is actually going to be better. This is the way you work with the flow. This is the way you work with the energy. This is the way you work with this wonderful vibration indeed. This is so good for you, because it is just like something is going to become really important, and that particular thing that is going to be important is also going to help you to realize a certain era and certain issue and certain problem that you should work on, and this is going to happen this week, and that is going to be absolutely life-changing, because the whole new stage is also at the same time going to kind of become obvious to you. As soon as you kind of like focus your energy, as soon as you focus your mind, as soon as you concentrate, this is going to be the moment, this is going to be the time when this unfoldment is going to start, and one thing is going to start happening after another, literally. This is the completion time, and also very important time. Somebody is going to forgive something, and that is just going to, somebody is going to forgive something, and this is going to mean so much to you. Maybe you have done something recently that you didn't want to do. Maybe you spoke to somebody in a certain way. So there is the forgiveness from somebody that is just going to be so important to you. Bless your heart. Okay, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Gemini? Now, when it comes to the actual, health, you see, it is just going to be like the energy levels, like everybody seems to have a really strong and powerful energy levels, and that is just above all, it's so good, it's so brilliant, it's so optimistic, it's going to make us feel optimistic, but it's not very unusual that people are in general having a really good energy levels at this time of the year. This time of the here, the energies are really good, the energies are really powerful, the vibration is raised in general. So this is why we do feel so energetic, and we do feel like our energy is back slowly. So this is going to be so brilliant. But on another hand, I just need you to kind of like make sure that you are drinking lots of water. Make sure that you are drinking lots of water as well throughout this week. It's important because you are going to have like a kind of like a certain toxins that are becoming very evident, that are very strong, that are very significant this week, and that every single Gemini, this is what you need to do. Drink as much as water as you can throughout this week. If you could have a couple of bottles of water every single day, that would be absolutely brilliant. Just water, not squashes, fancy squashes, or like those horrible little chemicals people put in it. They think that they're like a natural, you know, they're horrible what they do nowadays. You know, they sell like an orange juice, and they say it's 100% like a pure orange juice, and there's like no oranges in it. You know, this is what I do. This is why you have to be careful, and this is what you have to stick to water. And people, you know, sometimes we just go with the flow, we drink these things, you know, people don't understand how many chemicals we end up having in our body because of this. And this is why we end up having like a little bit of negativity, and we end up with like with the toxins that we need to flush out. So please, Gemini, it's just so important throughout this week, every single day, if you can have a couple of bottles of water, at least one bottle of water, just pure water, and that in itself is just going to help you to rejuvenate your power, to rejuvenate your energy, and most certainly to get rid of these toxins as well. Super important. Okay. And what else I was going to say, it is going to be a little bit of extra little stress that you are going to have this week. This extra little stress that you are going to have this week is it's just going to be so significant and so important for you to take B vitamins. I would take the whole complex of natural B vitamins. Do not take a chemically designed B vitamins. Don't take these vitamins in a chemical that are made of chemicals. Please be smart. Please be clever. Take them in a natural way. One of the most like one of my favorite ways to take a B vitamin would be like a brewer's yeast, like a natural form of B vitamins. Brewer's yeast is a natural form of B vitamins, and if you can get this without like any chemicals or anything like that, would be absolutely perfect indeed. If you don't want to take a brewer's yeast natural form of B vitamins, try to get the B vitamins in other forms. Like, as long as they're natural, it's going to be fantastic, but it is going to help you a lot with the stress levels, and it's not going to be too much or too huge or something like that, but it's just because a lot is going to be happening and you're going to be making certain decisions, and this is why I recommend this indeed. Okay, now when it comes to those of you that are in relationship, this is going to be a huge week. This is going to be a massive week. This is going to be a very important week because something is going to be renewed, something is going to happen, there's going to be an amazing start, but it's all about something being renewed. When it comes to love, it's all about the harmony, it's all about partnership. Something is going to be renewed, something very important is going to happen, and you're both going to make a very strong decision here. The strong decision that you are going to make is just going to reflect on you, your life, and a really big change when it comes to you and your living arrangements, okay? Because this is going to be the beginning of something big. This is going to be the beginning of something new. This is going to be the beginning of something massive when you both start making certain change, and this is going to be some kind of agreement here, okay? Now, Gemini, I just, my God, I really am like a dark Lala here when it comes to the actual relationships, when it comes to those of you that are single. Now, again, there are going to be lots of tests out there. We're going to be tested in many ways, especially when it comes to our emotions, and especially when it comes to our love, and especially when it comes to people that we fancy, people that we like, and the way that we respond to things. Because there is someone very cool going to happen here, very interesting, somebody who's going to be outside. You're going to come across somebody outside, somebody who's like who's going to be very, very good looking, very interesting, very powerful, very sexy, very radiant, and you're going to be like, oh my God, take me. But this is not it. I need you to be careful. At the same time, your intuition is going to be very strong, and at the same time, something is going to be telling you there is something not right. There is something not right. There's something going to be strange the way this person walks, and there's also going to be something strange the way they are with their energy, and you will be able to sense this. So please try to stay away from this person, because this one in particular is the worst. This one is very greedy, and this one is like so much in love with materialistic stuff that I'm feeling like I'm gonna vomit. Sorry, but it's a very low vibration here. So basically, if somebody try to come through this week, just stay away from them as well. I'm sorry that I haven't seen anything just yet, like anything significant this week that is going to happen to single people, but there's still a little bit left, so we will see. Maybe other signs are going to be a bit more lucky, but it's not about that. It's all about the week goes so quickly. You see, this week is going to go so quick, yes, so it doesn't really matter. It's the actual lesson that you'll learn through this situation. Okay, now the next sign I'm going to be talking about is going to be Cancerians. My babies, karma is going to be like, hello darling, I'm here. Very strong week when it comes to karma, when it comes to you. So you are going to also someone from the past that did something to you. Oh God, this is so important. Sometimes it sounds like it's not, but it is. So basically, somebody from the past did something to you and you still didn't forgive. You still didn't forget. This is so important. I know it's so easy for me. I know there's so many things going on over there. I know in life, people do all sorts of things. They're really bad people, really naughty people, really negative people. And I know it's very ignorant for me to say sometimes, oh yeah, just forgive. No, I can't. God knows what they did to someone. The bottom line is, it's important to forgive and forget. Okay, forget, I suppose it's a little bit more hard, but it's important to forgive, because now if you forgive this week to someone who did something to you, if you work out who this is, because this is going to come back, this is going to be bounced back, it's important because it's the part of your spiritual journey, and that's where you're going to need to work on it. That's where you're going to need to focus on it. That's where you're going to need to kind of like focus on it in such a way where you're going to have an outcome where you will be able to forgive, not necessarily forget, but to forgive. Not necessarily to forget, but to forgive, you see. And this is why it's so important, because it's karmically strong week, and you if you get this right, if you think who is this, if you think who made you feel like a little bit like who did something to you, this is going to be so important, because at the same time, at the same moment, your spirit is going to grow really high, really high, and that's so important, because you're going to end up, without you even realizing, it's going to be life-changing, it's going to be mind-blowing. You're going to end up at the same time, without you even realizing, with 3 additional things. That one thing, this one healing, it's going to bring 3 additional things into your life, and all three things are going to be something that was meant to be part of your life in a really long time, but especially in the last 36 months, something that is completely to do with your own justice, something that is completely to do with your own new direction, and something that is to do with your financial situation, that it's also going to start improving after this moment, after this point. But it's all about determination that it's going to come through, which means that this actually, without you even realize, my gorgeous babies, this has affected you in a way that you weren't able to kind of get a whole picture of your life. I can't stress how important this is, and now you're going to be able to get the whole picture in your life. You're going to be able to have those bits and pieces illuminated, and that is just going to illuminate that part of your life, that part of your journey that was in dark for a while because of this. I can't explain how important this is and how connected this all is indeed. And that in itself is just going to bring you the whole new determination. It's absolutely brilliant, and it's also going to help you. It's also going to make you kind of like indecisive. A couple of things that you're going to think about, a couple of things that you're going to focus about, and there is something from the past again that you're going to bring. Something from the past, you're going to go back, and something you're going to need to sort out from the past. There is a problem. You need to go back, you need to see what the problem is, something that you did and now it is going to need some kind of edit, whether you're going to need to go back there literally or whether you're going to need to go back there in your mind and see where the edit actually needs to happen. However, this is going to be a wonderful balance this week, a wonderful harmony, and it's just a lot. It is a really big reward, you know, from what you did, and reward from what you did lately, especially in the last year, in the last few years. This is going to make you feel so good, because all this picture, you're going to be able to see the whole picture this week, and there is something really interesting going to happen here. There is going to be the partial loss that you are going to feel here, and the partial loss that you are going to feel here, it's only going to be something that you were focusing on, a certain financial situation, certain money that you were expecting, maybe just it didn't happen, it's just going to go. It's not going to happen the way you want it to happen, but that doesn't really absolutely mean anything, because at the same time there's just so much going to be happening here. At the same time, you will be focusing a lot on your life now that is going to become very significant later on. So whatever you do now, whatever you're focusing on now, whatever light you decide, wherever you decide to shine your light on, you see, this is gonna kind of make sense, and a lot is gonna be happening in August and September 2019. August, September, and even October 2019 is going to be very strongly connected to everything that's happening here. So that's why I'm saying, if that karmic situation didn't happen the way it happened, this wouldn't be lifted, and then this wouldn't be progressing in such a way. Yes, this is going to be huge progress, and this is going to make you feel really good. This is also going to be your your significant start of something very important, significant start of something really big, and at the same time you're going to feel very excited. At the same time you're a little bit nervous, but good nervousness, but at the same time, you know, the beginning of the whole new adventure is just going to feel like. So this is so good for you. I'm really happy for you. Very important decision you're going to make by the end of this week indeed. When it comes to the actual, but it's all about justice. If you were waiting for the certain justice, now this is going to be the week. If you were waiting for someone else to make a certain decision for you, this is going to be the week, and it's going to be good, and it's going to put a big smile on your face. Okay, so now my babies, you know, like when it comes to the actual health, you see, you're going to feel like a little tiny touch tiredness of this week, but that's just absolutely fine. You know, a little bit of tiredness you're going to feel this week, and this is only going to be like not straight away from the very first thing in the morning, but then later on, when it comes to the actual longevity, you will see that maybe, you know, 6 or 7 hours later, you will see that your energy is like being drained. So try to kind of eat lots of like fruit and vegetables and lots of nuts like peanuts, Brazil nuts. Please, I will stress this, if you have a nut allergy, of course don't eat nuts, okay? But if you don't have nut allergies, then eat like a nuts, like Brazil nuts, walnuts, like almonds, and all these nuts are absolutely super fantastic when it comes to your actual energy. And also, if you are, like for example, allergic to nuts and you can't take nuts, then take spirulina. You know, I talk about spirulina all the time. Spirulina is an amazing sea vegetables, you know, and it's just so good for you. It's highly full of all sorts of goodness indeed, but it's super wonderful when it comes to the actual tiredness. If you're on any other medications, check with your doctor, with your GP, if you can take this spirulina or not, and I highly suggest to take it like without any like nasty ingredients, chemicals, and preferably organic, in capsule or powder form. But capsule is much easier to take, of course. What else I was going to say, it's important to eat the food high in protein. You must eat food high in protein throughout this week, because this is something that you're going to be kind of missing. This is something that you're going to have to top up with, okay? The food high in protein should like be fully organic and fully natural. Okay, what else I was going to say now, when it comes to those of you that are actually in relationship, there is a certain effort that is going to be evident, and a certain effort, it's not going to come to an end just yet. It's a lot to do with your partner, it's a lot to do with you, but it's also to do with your partner, something that they started, they're focusing on. They were hoping that this is going to happen and level out this month, but it's not going to happen this month, but it is going to be the good sign, good sign good idea, good signification, good realization, not idea, but realization that, the effort is doing well, and it just need to happen a little bit longer, a little bit longer, a little bit longer. Success is nearly there, and that is the bottom line, that there is going to be the sign that the success is nearly there, and it's absolutely brilliant, and that in itself is going to make you feel really festive, really joyful, really happy, and it's going to give you pleasure as well. There's certain little holiday that's going to be planned by your partner is going to mention it. Just to let you know. Okay, so now for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingle, we have first one. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah. Okay, now the first one. This is brilliant. Listen, it's this is a good week to meet someone. Hello, my darling. There is someone really important going to happen. Someone really, really significant, and the way you're going to meet this person is just going to be very interesting. There's certain negotiations going to be going on. There's certain negotiations going to be happening, and this person is going to be around. And there's someone really, really cool going to be there. There is somebody with a really beautiful energy, somebody who's very successful, somebody who's very powerful, somebody who's very mysterious in many different ways, but in all the good ways, somebody who's so successful, but it's not about that, somebody who's just so different as well. At the same time, it's going to become the part of the scenario, and it's also going to happen at around the time when you're negotiating something. Okay, so basically this is gonna kind of happen, and you're gonna get on with somebody, and it's also going to happen, this person you're gonna meet at around the time when it comes to your own success. When you realize something, this is the time when this person is going to be there. This is just the beginning, There is so much that is going to happen. This is just the beginning. This is the first stage. This is only the beginning of the journey. Later on, this person is going to become a very significant part of your life. Believe me or not, this is the beginning of something really, really special, and this person is just going to be somebody who is going to kind of show you the life in a completely different way, and somebody whom you're going to be able to connect to almost immediately. Ooh la la. Okay, now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be Leo. Leo, this is all about your own personal rewards. This is all about you doing things, like you enjoying things, you enjoying everything that you have done so far, everything that you have been focusing on so far. I'm so happy because this is also going to be the week when your health is just going to be improving so much, and especially when it comes to those of you Leos, my beautiful gorgeous babies that have been suffering from a type of sciatica, or a joint pain, or anything to do with skeleton, or anything to do with the muscles, a sciatica pain. Now this is going to be a very important week. I say this because lots of Leos have been suffering. Ooh, sorry, my sweetness. Lots of Leos have been suffering from this type of thing, from this type of illnesses for quite a while, and it's becoming quite something very significant. So that's why I'm saying that this is going to be an amazing time, amazing week, because you're going to be able to feel so much better. On the other side, hello, on the other hand, the energy levels are going to be quite good actually, and there is you also going to kind of think about something, certain information, because you're going to see somebody soon. You're going to kind of see the certain people soon, certain person soon, who is just going to kind of really make you feel so much better. Somebody who means to you so much. This person or people mean to you so much. There's going to be a really important reconnection. You will be thinking about it so much this week, and that is going to become very significant and very evident this week, and it is going to really have a beautiful, tremendous effect on you, your week, and your optimism, because you're going to find yourself being really happy throughout the week, being really ecstatic throughout the week. But this is going to be why, because very soon, this reconnection is going to be so important for you as well. It is not only about the reconnection with the really important people in your life, but something is going to boom happen. And what's going to happen? It is going to be like a conversation that is just going to be based on a certain situation and a certain person in your life, that is just going to involve these other people that you're going to be talking about, and there is an idea that is going to come through, but it's also going to be an important life-changing realization. Okay, so it's a absolutely life-changing realization that you're going to get and gain through these people in your life, but this is only going to be because these people know you really well and you know them as well, and they're going to be able to help you with your own intuition, the way of thinking, and your own reflection, and through them, with them, you're going to get some kind of idea and realization about somebody else, and that is going to be really good for you, because it is going to be absolutely brilliant starting point for you, and also it is going to give you the knowledge that you didn't have, and it's also going to kind of self-illuminate. This is going to be a self-illuminating moment for you as well. You will have a little bit of a hermit mode this week, when you will feel like you just want to withdraw from the situation, and this is just so important. If you feel a little bit low, one of the days, if you feel a bit like super tired, if you feel a little bit like depressed, just don't get like a kind of like, don't get the waters to get murky around you. Don't get the waters to get dark around you. Look at the sky, it's beautiful and blue, and this is exactly what you need to do. You need to think positive, you need to think positive, you need to think positive. I just told you you're going to feel really low, and I'm telling you to think really positive. No, this is really good. As soon as you start feeling really low, and as soon as you start feeling really down, this is actually really good now, because I ask you nicely, go out there, reconnect with the nature. This is just so important, to make a reconnection with the nature. Jesus, this is so important. I can't explain how important this is going to be, because it is going to help you to rejuvenate yourself. It is going to help you with a new starting point in your life. It is going to give you courage, and it is going to give you power, and it is going to give you confidence to actually do something really important. You're going to start feeling very strongly this week like you want to make a change, but in order to make a really significant, strong change in your life, you're going to need to talk to somebody else. You're going to need to say how you feel. You're going to need to come out with certain things, and now this is going to be the problem. This is something to do with the communication breakdown in between you and somebody else, and now this is all going to start making sense. Please, when I said try to go outside, when you have your hermit moment, I told you millions of times, this is a sacred moment. So if you feel low, if you feel tired, this is not really bad. Just prepare to think about it as in a really good way, which means your spirit guides are trying to reconnect with you. Your guardian angels are trying to reconnect with you. This different dimension is going to be very, very close, and you're going to be like a kind of the veil in between this world and the spirit world is going to be really thin, like on the 31st of October, every single 31st of October, indeed, when we have a Samhain or Halloween. And that is the moment when your energy is really drained, and that is the moment when you're going to feel really tired, and that is the moment, that is the day, not that moment necessarily, but if you feel like that on Wednesday, for example, on Wednesday morning, and you have to go to work, on your way to work, you can go to the forest, or you can maybe go to a little park, you just need to make a connection with the nature. Spend only 10-15 minutes in the nature, and just let your mind just drift away. And it's an important reconnection that I'm going to need to make. You just touch the ground with your hands, or touch the tree, hug the tree, just make this strong connection, and there is something so important gonna come through, a life-changing realization. Watch this space. Okay, so now what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Leos, it is all about going that next step. This is the next step of your life, next stage of your life is going to become evident. For those of you that are working, it's all going to be apprenticeship and all commitment to the task in hand. You will want more, you will want more, you will want more, and that's exactly what is going to happen. Something really important is also going to be revealed. But at the same time, you're going to realize, oh my Lord, my life is changing, my life it's about to change, my life it's about to change, and this is going to be so good. Only there's going to be a little bit of cautious, you're going to be a little bit careful, you're going to need to keep certain things to yourself. Don't go out and just talk too much about your personal situation, very important. And there's only about 24 months ago, you would be in so much self-denial, you would think, no, this is not the way, this is not the direction. Well, now that is about to change, and that is about to become a new starting point, and that is about to change your life. It It is going to be the time of your own personal rebirth, and it is going to give you confidence and power to deal with a massive issue in your life. What else I was going to say, on another hand as well, it is just going to, when it comes to the certain person, the realization about somebody, how somebody is very impressive, but somebody hasn't got much substance about them, which means that on another hand, be very, very careful, because there is going to be the certain person that is going to tell you something that is not really true. Okay, this is going to be so significant. So first of all, you need to kind of watch for this person who's very impressive. It's like one of those people, you see two people and one of out somewhere, and one of them is like really gorgeous and another one is not really gorgeous, you know what I mean? And you start talking to them, the one who's really gorgeous, you like start talking to them, it's like 2 minutes later you're like, ew, like there's nothing there. And the other one who was like really ugly, for example, not really nice, but the one who you didn't find attractive, for example, that's the word, sorry, no, ugly is horrible, the one who you didn't find attractive, you talk 2 minutes and now suddenly, oh my god, gorgeous, he's gorgeous, oh my god, oh my lord, as more as you talk to them, it's like more you're like, hello. So this is the situation, that type of situation, that you're going to realize something quite significant about your life through somebody who has got like an impressive appearance but no balance, but not much around them, about them. But then again, that is just going to make you kind of think about a certain stage about your life. It's going to need to change something that you were thinking of, something that you were focusing on. It is going to be the moment that you will need to change. So whatever comes to you this week that, oh god, this is just doesn't make sense, now this is going to be a sign that this is the time to move on, because an important ending it's going to happen, and you need to realize what this ending is. You need to realize where's your energy drained, so you can just kind of save and preserve your energy for the whole new stage. And this is exactly what is going to happen, because the whole new plan is going to become evident here. Oh my lord. Okay, when it comes to your health, also what else I was going to say, so most certainly quite a few signs are going to actually kind of benefit from spirulina this week. And spirulina is just one of the most beautiful, one of the most important ingredients and supplements that I'm taking every now and then myself. So that's why I love recommending this indeed, especially when it comes to like some kind of tiredness, and especially when it comes to like energy levels and things like that. I highly suggest you spirulina, because your eyes are going to be very sensitive. Your eyes are going to be so sensitive, and this is why I just want you to take spirulina, because spirulina has got like a natural beta carotene. You could also kind of take like it's internally in the body into beta carotene. It's what you need for your eyes, but also on another hand you could kind of get it from the carrots, organic carrot juice and things like that. But spirulina is really brilliant. It's my favorite beta carotene where I would take it from, because at the same time it helps with energy levels and is so good for rejuvenation. Try to get it, if you have any other medications, if you are pregnant or breastfeeding, you need to check with your doctor, or you need to check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can actually tell you whether this can interact with your medications, or if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, if you can actually take this, because spirulina is natural, and you need to take it natural, but it can come in like a capsules, or it can come in a powder form, but I would prefer capsules because it's much easier to take. Okay, so now when it comes to the actual relationships, there is an amazing advice by somebody that you are going to get. Watch for this advice, and this advice is going to concern you, your partner, your life, and a certain problem, and the new direction, and what to do next, and the confusion. It's a lot going to be going on. So there is an advice that you are going to get, and this advice is going to be absolutely life-changing. This advice is going to be very significant, and it's going to be from the right person. This is somebody who's very sympathetic, somebody who's very powerful, somebody who's very significant, a female, certain female in your life that is very, very sympathetic with other people, very gentle, very beautiful, very nice. This person is going to give you an advice. This person means to you a lot. This person thinks the world of you, and is going to give you a valuable advice when it comes to your partner and your relationship. And this is exactly what you're going to need. Okay, when it comes to those of you that are single and ready to mingle, now Leos, this is also not going to be a great time for those of you who are single, like to meet somebody this week, because there is so much going to be going on in your life. You will be like thinking about your life, you will be thinking about the new directions, you will be thinking about the new plans, and you will be thinking about the new decisions. I'm sorry, but you're literally going to be too busy to think about this. When I say too busy, not necessarily you're going to be doing things like, hello, I'm just busy, but it's just the power of your mind. It's about thinking and thinking and thinking, and your mind is going to be very strong this week, so be very optimistic, be very positive. When I say your mind is going to be very strong, the power of your mind is going to be very strong. The power of manifestation is going to be very strong. So this week is not going to last for forever, so it doesn't matter if you are looking for someone, it's going to happen some other time, but it's not going to happen this week, because there's so much going to be going on. But there is a certain new idea, a new plan that you're going to be thinking about, and this is going to be life-changing for you. Oh my God. Okay, now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is a Virgolini. It's Virgo. Now Virgo, this week is going to start with like indecisive moment, indecision. You will be very, very indecisive at the beginning of this week, and the reason why you're going to be indecisive is because in the last month things have happened, things have unfolded in a certain way where other unfoldments followed. Certain things, certain unfoldments followed actually revealed so much, and also it was not about the revelation, but it was about a certain starting points. There are two things that are going to become huge, my beautiful Virgos. Two things are going to become major. Two things are going to become a really important new starting points when it comes to you, my gorgeous Virgos. And this indecisiveness that you are going to have, it is going to be the moment, it is going to be the time, it is going to be the moment of your regeneration, it is going to be the moment of your rebirth, because as the time goes by, you are just going to start feeling more optimistic and more optimistic and more optimistic about the certain change. And that change that you are going to feel, that change that you are going to have, that change that you will want to make, it is going to be completely connected to abandonment. You will, oh my Lord, you're gonna really like kind of be full on, and this is so good, and this is purely going to happen because the financial situation to change, and the financial situation is going to start changing, not straight away this week, but it is going to be the sign, it is going to be the new news, it is going to be the news that you're actually going to get, and it's also going to be so much to do with your accomplishment. It's also going to be so much to do with the new direction that it's also going to be revealed. This is so good, because materialistically you're going to be like, oh my Lord, and also materialistically you're going to be able to do something that you wanted to do for a while, and it is going to be some kind of investment into something else. Maybe it was some kind of property, maybe it was like some kind of saving for something, but it's just kind of some kind of like investment. Maybe I'm feeling that it's going to be like become very, very strongly something that is going to be available, as something that is going to give it a whole new initiative, and it's just going to reflect on you in such a way that your confidence is going to be absolutely all around the place. Okay, important to say not to jump into any decisions or anything like that this week. Important to say like, this is the week of thinking, this is the week of power, this is the week when the vibrations are going to be changed, and this is going to be the week when you're going to be thinking a lot, but you're going to like it, because it's all going to be about you being very adventurous, and it's all about you being very, very you will want to discover and rediscover your life. You will want to rediscover and reconnect with a certain people as well. This is going to be an important time, because there's some really major people, important people in your life that are going to come forward, and there's going to be a very strong reconnection as well. I really like it, because also when it comes to finances and when it comes to money, you're going to realize this is an important week, this is an important moment, and that in itself is just going to become the new starting point, and also it's going to bring you absolutely mind-blowing motivation, and you're going to realize that impossible, it's actually possible. Never say impossible, it's actually possible. And you will see exactly what I mean, my gorgeous, beautiful Virgolinis. Sorry, excuse me. Okay. Do you know what else I was going to say? That there is a something is going to happen here. You're going to start something really important, and it is going to start with the power of your mind. You're going to start focusing about something. You're going to start thinking about something without even realizing. It's going to be huge. Then what's going to happen by the end of this week? This is going to kind of come into an effect. So you're going to start something really beautiful. You're going to start something really big. You're going to start something really new here. Then the whole new seed is going to be planted. Just remember, one step at a time, my gorgeous Virgos, one step at the time. So basically what is going to start here, it's gonna, so just a second, January 2019 is going to become the next stage of this situation. January 2020. January 2020. It's going to be the next direct stage of this particular thing, particular seed that you're going to plant. This is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. It is going to reflect on your life. It is going to reflect on your situation. It is going to reflect on your career. It is going to reflect on your direction. You're going to be able to prove something really important to yourself, but you're also going to be able to prove something really important to other people, or to somebody in particular who you wanted to prove something to. Someone is also going to need your help this week. Please try to see who this is. Somebody is going to need your help. Somebody who means to you so much. Somebody who means to you so much. Somebody who you love. Somebody who you feel very strongly connected to. A very strong relationship is going to need your help. They're not going to tell you this. They're not going to come through. They're not going to come forward, but they are going to need your help. So try to see who this is. Also, an important situation is going to unfold, and it's to do with your family. It's to do with people around you. It's to do with something that affected you as well in a certain way, because you didn't know the way out of the situation. So the beautiful situation is going to start unfolding as well this week. Maybe a little bit of argument or a little bit of disagreement you had with somebody like in the last 3 weeks. It's also going to resolve, which is going to be fantastic, and it's just going to make you feel really good, and you're going to realize a really nice lesson out of that particular situation as well. It is going to be a wonderful week, a perfect week to wear a color that you don't like. Wear a color that you don't like. Look at me, I'm always wearing black. I love my black. For example, the color that I don't like is so important, because at the same time it raises certain vibrations that you wouldn't normally raise because of so many reasons. Please pick a certain color, certain top or trousers or something, and wear like an unusual color that you would never wear this week, and that in itself is going to be beginning of something new, because it's just going to raise the whole new vibration, and that new vibration is going to become responsible for something really big, the whole new illumination by the end of this week. Watch this space. What else I was going to say? Do you know what, my babies? It is the beginning of the whole new adventure. This week is going to be huge. This week is going to be massive. This week is going to be really important. You're going to have so much enthusiasm indeed. The whole new initiative, and it's all about new. You will be focusing what you need to add into your life, into your work, into your career, into your school. If you're retired, you will just want these new steps, want these new stages. It is all going to kind of make sense to you, because you will have a really big realization that you have unlimited possibilities that you knew before, but of course it wasn't the right time, it wasn't the right moment. So karmically this is going to be something, the beginning of something really huge. And also, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Virgos, is just like basically an important realization when it comes to like a certain practical knowledge. You will be tested this week. Just remember, just to use your own intuition, because you will be like a little bit scared, you will be a little bit confused, and you will be a little bit uncertain what to do. Just use your own intuition, because this is purely to do with what you have a practical knowledge, what you really know a lot about, and you're not going to do wrong whatsoever. On another hand, you know, this week it's also going to kind of like make you to kind of reconnect with the people who mean to you so much, because you will want to say to them something so excited. You're going to be so excited about something. You're going to be so excited about the new stage in your life, new dimension that is about to become unfolded in your life, and that is going to be absolutely fantastic for you, because it's just going to make you feel really, really, really optimistic indeed. What else I was going to say, like my gorgeous Virgos, it's like the whole new progress is going to come through, you know, the whole new kind of like motivation, the whole new progress, and that is going to bring the whole new idea, that is going to bring the whole new vision, that is going to be the new starting point. This is absolutely brilliant. What else I was going to say, when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Virgos, it's like basically lack of vitamin C. You are going to have like a cold and flu symptoms throughout this week that are going to be very significant, kind of very obvious, you know, and it's also like going to come and happen like in the form of allergies. So now basically lack of vitamin C, you're going to need to take 1000 milligrams. I said this before, it's important to carry on 1000 milligrams of vitamin C every single 1000 milligrams of vitamin C every single morning, okay, and try to like kind of get this vitamin C without any nasty chemicals or without any added ingredients, just natural vitamin C. So important. Okay, so this is going to help you like with like a cold and flu symptoms like there is no tomorrow. And also, you know, sorry, excuse me. Also, when it comes to the actual stomach, now again, stomach. My Virgos, my beautiful babies, you're very sensitive when it comes to your stomach, when it comes to your digestion, indeed. So please carry on taking like a spirulina. This is what I said, that I recommend the spirulina for quite a few different things, you know, because it's good for a few different things. It's good for your digestion as well. So in a tablet form, spirulina, or in a tablet form, capsule form, or in a powdered form. You see, powdered form is very strong, you know, if you don't mind, you know, then that's fine. But tablet form or capsule form, it's much easier to take. And also friendly bacteria, combination of friendly bacteria like Acidophilus or and spirulina. It's something that I highly recommend. Spirulina in a capsule or a tablet form, and Acidophilus if you can take like in a tablet form, capsule form, or in the actual yogurt. You know, every single day you can have a yogurt. We can give you like a friendly bacteria, yogurt with a friendly bacteria, of course, and that is going to help to rejuvenate yourself. Indeed, it's going to help you to get rid of the toxins, and it's going to help you with your digestion. If you are any other medications, please check with your doctor or your GP whether this will interact, or this can interact with your existing medications. Or if you are pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, please also check with your doctor or your GP, because only your doctor or your GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so now for those of you Virgos that are actually for those of you that are in relationship, there is going to be like a little bit disappointment going on. So basically it's a certain problem it's going to come up, certain issue is going to come up, and you're going to need to deal with it. So it means that something is going to bounce back. This is a very strong week when it comes to karma, it's a very strong week when it comes to your relationship, and something really big is going to happen here. Something really, really big is going to happen here, but it is going to stem from the fact that a certain problem is going to bounce back, and it's going to require from you and your partner to actually deal with this problem, deal with this issue, because if you don't deal with this problem, if you don't deal with this issue, your relationship is not going to be able to kind of move on the same level together. Do you understand what I mean? So the problem that is going to come back, it's really going to be required from both of you not to run away from, not to ignore it, but to sit down and have a solution. Because this solution to this problem is going to be an important thing. This solution to this problem is going to be significant, because it's going to help you both to move on. Okay? Now, for those of you that are single and ready to mingle, now we are talking. For those of you that are single and ready to mingle, I can see you being really active. I can see you going out and enjoying yourself. I can see you being active as in like a form of like taking care of your body, taking care of your fitness. You know, I can see you like meeting people when it comes to this healthy type of thing. And there is someone very, very interesting that you're actually going to meet. Somebody who you're going to meet through like some kind of like activity, like a physical activity. So this is just so important for me to say to those of you that really want to meet someone, keep going outside, keep meeting people, keep like going, like being really, really active, because this is going to be the moment, this is going to be the time when you're going to meet someone, and that particular person is going to be very vavoom, sexy, and this sexiness is going to make you feel really good in many ways indeed. But also at the same time, it is just motivation that you are going to have, motivation that you're going to feel, motivation that you're going to really kind of like really feel that you didn't feel in a long time. And this is going to be a moment, this is going to be a sign when you're going to realize that this is somebody who you really want to, literally spend your time with. So be prepared to be swept off your feet, my gorgeous Virgolinis. Okay. The next sign that I'm going to be talking about is a Libera. Of course, Libera. Behave. You're still not behaving. Now, this is going to be the week of behaving. You are actually going to be very happy this week, because the certain something is going to happen to you, and this is going to be the big, huge, massive starting point. Something is coming to an end, a huge problem, huge, heavy, nasty, horrible, vile problem is coming to an end. I'm saying this because it affected you, it affected people around you, it affected the whole family. At some point, much more stronger than now, because you got used to the certain things, you got used to the certain issues and certain problems, and you knew it is just all going to be about the time passing by. So now that is coming to an end. The bottom line is you're going to have a wonderful news indeed. Other people are going to benefit from it. You're going to be really happy. You're going to be really ecstatic. And also there is going to be the news and information that you are going to have this week, and you will want to share it with the best people in your life, because it's going to be so good. It's going to be so amazing. You're going to feel so powerful. You're going to feel so good. You're going to finally feel like things are changing, and this is an information, this is the moment that you will want to share with the best people in your life who mean to you so much. I'm so happy. A certain person in your life as well, like a family member, somebody younger that was going through something really negative, something really kind of like sad, something really kind of, it caused that particular person to feel really bad or really negative or unhappy. Now that is coming to an end, and that is also going to be the new starting point. So the certain family member that you were worrying about that was going through something difficult, that is going to be resolved. It's so good, because the whole new harmony is going to come through, the whole new balance is going to come through, and that in itself also, it's going to make you realize there is an important, ridiculously important life-changing message that you're actually going to have, and that life-changing message is going to come through somebody, from somebody. It could even come like on your phone, it could come like on maybe on one of the social networks and things like that. However, this is going to be so good, because the whole new inspiration and the whole new prospect is going to come through, and that prospect that is going to come through, it's just going to be so strong in 2023. I know I went to 2023. I know this is going to take a while. I know this is like, oh my Lord, oh my God, but I'm just saying that this is going to be something really big. This is going to be the beginning of something really important, and you're also going to make a really significant decision that is just going to be absolutely mind-blowing later on. You're not going to be aware of it straight away. It's just going to happen out of the blue. You're not going to even know it, but then later on that is all going to become really evident, because so much motivation and optimism and happiness are going to stem just from that. My babies, you are going to have a reason for celebration. This is just so important, because there are 4 major points in your life. There are 4 major points in your life that are going to become very, very strong, very, very very evident for you, and these new points are all going to be kind of like coming through your own hard work and your own success, and it's so much going to do with the finances, with the new direction, with the new prospects in your life. You will want to reconnect with the best people in your life. You will want to have a celebration that is just going to be absolutely mind-blowing. It is all about the problem and obstacle coming to an end through this issue as well, and finances and a financial situation is going to improve. This is so brilliant because you're going to end up with a couple of new choices. 2 new choices are going to come out of the situation, and that is just going to be absolutely amazing. Do you know what? Libera, libera. Do you know what? Libera, 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 libera. Libera, 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 libera. Behave! Now, listen, this week is going to be huge. This week is going to be one of the most significant weeks of your life. Okay, and also good news you're gonna get, that is gonna be huge, that is gonna be fantastic, that is going to be all about the finances, all about your advancement, all about something that you expected but it's gonna turn out even better. Okay, and it's brilliant. So there is an idea that you're going to have, and that idea is just also gonna, wait just a second, that you're gonna have an idea, and that idea that you're gonna make, that you're gonna focus on, is just gonna become very important in November 2019. That idea that you're going to have is going to be important at around the end of November 2019, okay? And it's all about hope. It's all about the whole new inspiration, and it's all about the faith at that time and those moments in your life when you didn't know what to do, and it was really heavy, and it was really difficult, and it was really hard, and it was very, very like a low moment. You know, this is going to be like so important because that particular faith, it never led you astray. And that is just going to be the moment, that is going to be the time when you're going to realize, my Lord, it's all about bringing it's all about the bright prospects, and it's also all about optimism, and it's all about feeling really happy, with the whole new direction. You will go by the feeling, you will see what makes sense to you. You will see what new direction is going to unfold, and it's going to be absolutely brilliant. You're also going to have so much to look forward, especially when it comes to your own reflection, and especially when it comes to your own loyalty towards your own goals that you wanted to make, the certain things that you were focusing on that you wanted to do, now this is going to be a really wonderful unfoldment of the whole situation. I think this is absolutely brilliant because, it is going to make you realize that you're going to need to change something. There are a couple of things that are going to need to go, a couple of things are going to need to change after this week, but that is just absolutely fine because it's all going to make sense indeed. It is just all about your own accomplishment, and that accomplishment is just going to give you confidence, and that confidence is just going to give you so much power, and that power is just going to take you places. You're going to also find yourself being part of the situations, not 3, 4, 5, part of the situations that are going to be quite unusual and that are going to be quite significant for you as well, because it's just going to make you become the part of the certain dimension, and that in itself is just going to be beginning of the whole new adventure for you. As I said, Libras, this is going to be life-changing week for you. Okay? What else I was going to say to you, basically, when it comes to your health, you're going to have your sore throat that you are going to have, and mouth are going to be like quite sensitive when it comes to you in general. So basically what I like to kind of recommend to you, it's actually to have keep on taking echinacea. Echinacea is absolutely brilliant. I recommend echinacea so many times, and it's a very powerful herb that is actually has got this ability to boost your immune system. Indeed, by increasing the white cell count in your body, and it's just a very powerful herb. And I'm telling you, if you're taking this echinacea, it's called echinacea, if you're taking this herb every now and then, it's not something that you take all the time, but it's something that you take every now and then, and it's very significant because it does help you a lot with the cold and flu symptoms, and it does boost your immunity, it does boost your immune system, and it makes you feel so much better. So echinacea is something that I would like to kind of take every now and then, and also very important to take it again with a strong dose of vitamin C. But for your particular case, I would like to suggest to you acerola cherry powder. Acerola cherry powder, it's a very special, very particular type of vitamin C. Acerola cherry, it's obviously like a cherry, it's a fruit, and this vitamin C comes from this, you see, and it's just very, very strong. It's almost like a 1 little teaspoon, it's of this powder, it's equivalent to a 1 1000 milligrams of vitamin C. So this is one of the strongest doses, one of the strongest basically a fruit that you can actually get a vitamin C from, and it's natural. And for you, for your particular situation, I would like you to take this as acerola cherry powder, organic please, and try to take it every single morning, very first thing in the morning, with a little glass of water. Take a teaspoon and mix it up and just drink it. It just tastes like a really sour, but I really like it because it's natural. There's no rubbish, no rubbish added or anything like that. So you can just drink it, basically without any sugar or anything like that. So it's not going to taste sweet, but it's really good, and it's going to have a wonderful effect on you and impact on you when it comes to your own cold and flu symptoms, especially when it comes to your sore throat, and especially when it comes to a feeling on cold and flu symptoms. Okay, this is just so important for you to take acerola cherry powder with a combination of echinacea. Absolutely perfect. Okay, and if you are on any other medications, please check with your doctor or your GP. If you're pregnant or breastfeeding, you need to check with your doctor or your GP whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. These are all natural supplements that I'm recommending, of course, but only your doctor, only your GP can actually tell you whether this can interact with your medications or not. Okay, so for those of you Liberas that are actually in relationship, it's your partner is going to surprise you with something, but this is going to be good surprise. This is going to be powerful surprise. This is going to be significant surprise, because you're going to realize something about your partner. Your partner is going to surprise you about something that they want to do, some kind of steps that they want to take about their own personal development. You need to support them. Just remember me, support your partner. Okay, now when it comes to those of you that are actually single and ready to mingle, now Libras, you are going to have a great time. It is all about reconnection and connection with the people around you, with the people in your life. But it's not only about that. I can see you being very flirtatious. Libera, behave. I can see you I'm joking. I can see you being very flirtatious, and I really like this, because that is just going to be good for you, because I know you like a little bit of flirting, but also at the same time you're going to be super radiant. You're going to be attracting all sorts of people, and you're going to find out a certain power about yourself, and you're also going to find out something about someone very powerful, somebody very mysterious, somebody very significant that is just going to kind of flirt with you, and you're going to like this. You're going to like this. You're going to like this, because there is the realization that you're going to have, and that realization that you're going to have is going to kind of help you to realize some kind of new passion that is just going to become very evident and very significant in your life. I think it's very, very important time for those of you that are single, because you're going to rediscover yourself through your flirting. So it's all about the joking, all about having a great time, all about flirting, all about going out and meeting people this week, because this is exactly what you need. Okay, indeed. Okay, now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be Scorpio. Come out to play, Scorpio. Come out to play. Now it's time. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Look, I always put you all the way here. You know what? You're going to be tested. You've got a special place. You're going to be tested. Okay, my babies? You're going to be tested. Okay. The week is going to feel a little bit strange to you. This week is going to be it's going to feel a little bit bizarre to you. This week is going to be like a slightly different dimension. It's going to be like no, seriously, but this is what you like. You like a little bit of different dimension. You like a little bit of a twilight zone. You like a little bit of like a unusual energy in the air, because this is when you strive. This is when you're very powerful. This is when your power grows. This is when your psychic ability grows. This is when your subconscious mind is like all around the place. This is when you're getting all sorts of messages from the spirit. Like, this is exactly what is going to happen this week. You will be followed by a certain spirit. This spirit is going to be really good. This spirit is going to be really powerful. This spirit is going to be really wise, and this spirit is going to be whispering all sorts of things in your ear throughout this week. Nothing to be scared of, nothing to be paranoid about. Just be really happy, because this beautiful spirit is going to be around you, and it's going to be illuminating like the way for you, your path. So you're going to be realizing so much more this week. You will know so much more this week. You will be super decisive when it comes to making decisions. You will be super wise. You will be super intelligent. You will be super smart. And this is because that beautiful spirit is going to be illuminating the light for you, illuminating your way for you, illuminating your path for you. So see what names comes out to your mind. You see, when this throughout this week, see what you feel connected to, see what people you feel connected to, see what's keep on like repeating on your mind, and see what sense you can make it out of it. There is a cat that is going to make a sense to you. Cat as an actual omen. The omen is going to be very important for you, this little kitty, okay, because little cat is going to play an important role when it comes to using your omen this week, my Scorpios. So the cat, the actual animal cat, is going to play an important role, because when you see the cat, just try to think what is on your mind, what the cat means, and what sense you can make out of it, because there is something really mind-blowing, life-changing going to come out of it, and you are going to rediscover yourself in such a way that you're going to rediscover and discover your power. But also there's a whole new passion that is going to be born here, a realization that you're going to need to make a certain adjustment that you're not going to really like, but you're going to realize if you don't make that adjustment, you're never going to move on, my babies. You're never going to move on with your life. Then if you don't jump in the water, you're never going to learn how to swim. So now it's time to jump and swim, my babies. Swim like a little fish. Okay, so now what else I was going to say, you see, you will be tested this week. You know, there is a certain test that you are going to have, so be really careful. Be careful, you're going to be tested. I have no idea what my accent, I have no idea what this was, but oh my Lord. But anyway, yeah, you will be tested. Just remember, the week is not long. This is really good. This is your time. This is your moment. Anything that you feel uncomfortable about, go for it. Anything that you feel like that you don't have a confidence, go for it. Anything that you feel like this week, like you want to talk to someone and ask them something, go for it. Anything you want to do and you just like kind of think that you can't do it, that you wouldn't be able to do it, just go for it. You will have an amazing confidence, amazing power. You will be guided by the universe, guided by all sorts of spirits, but at the same time you will be like part of the like competition. You'll be tested and you're gonna do really, really great, because this is directly connected to your life, to what you do, to what you like do it, and what would you like doing next, what the next stage going to be in your life. This is all going to become really, really important, just to make you just to make sure you understand that there will be the situation where your greediness is going to kind of be tested as well. Don't be greedy. Listen, babies, I'm not saying you're greedy. I'm just talking about this particular week. There will be the situation that is going to arise. Just remember, don't be greedy, because when you're too greedy, the energy is not right. The energy is like a shaked up, and when the energy is shaked up, then the vibrations are not the way they should be. Then we are not kind of like going to the dimension that we should. Then we kind of step back and we kind of go over the spiritual journey again. So just remember, don't be greedy. There will be the situation that is going to kind of make you become aware that you can get like certain amount of something, but just remember, think about the balance, think about the justice, and don't be greedy, because this, my babies, is going to be your test this week. So just be careful and don't be too greedy. Okay, what else I was going to say is just an obstacle. Ooh la la, through your skill, through what you know how to do, through what you are doing, there's an obstacle that you are going to cross. There's an obstacle that is going to be huge, obstacle that is going to be massive for you, because it's just going to be absolutely fantastic. week. I can't stress this enough, Scorpios. This week is going to be life-changing. Go for it, go for it, go for it to apply for as many jobs as you can. This is going to be amazing because there is something massive going to happen by the end of this week. If you're like kind of wanting promotion or whatever, you just kind of keep on doing your best this week. If you're retired, you know, just keep on focusing on those areas of your life, especially where you had a certain obstacles, because this week is literally going to be life-changing. Everything is going to change after this week. You really are most certainly going with these vibrations, and these vibrations are just going to reflect on you in such a way where the obstacle, the problem is going to come to an end, and that problem that is going to come to an end is just going to give you the whole new vision, and the vision that you're going to have is just going to kind of it makes sense so much with your own security, personal power, security, and prosperity. This is going to be absolutely amazing. Okay, this is going to be an incredible week, my gorgeous, powerful Scorpio. Okay, what else I was going to say, there will be like a little conflict with somebody. You know, somebody's going to have like a little bit of conflict feeling with you, but I'm just telling you now, just to rise above the situation. Now you will know how to deal with this, because I'm already telling you, so already like kind of having a little plus and really little advancement. So somebody's going to kind of try to have a little conflict with you, but you will do really well, because I can see that you will not allow this energy to kind of become part of your spiritual journey. And in order to do this, you just kind of rise above the situation, or step back and just like kind of don't give them what they want. Okay, and something very important, you know, when it comes to family matters. This is an important week when it comes to you, Scorpio, my babies. When it comes to the family matters, because the whole new security is going to come through. So this is all going to make sense to you, and you're going to be able to chill out and relax after this moment, after this point, indeed. Okay, now what else I was going to say? When it comes to the actual health, my babies, you need to expose yourself to the sunlight. I know you don't like sunlight. No, I'm joking. No, you need to expose yourself to the sunlight. You need a sunlight. It's just so important, because your vitamin D levels are going to be quite low, but also you're going to need to this reconnection. For one, you're going to need a reconnection and connection with the sun, and because this particular energy is something that you need. And for two, it's like you're going to need to do this because your vitamin D levels are going to be very sensitive. Your vitamin D levels are going to be really low. So please do this. If you can't expose yourself to the sun, if there is no sun when you live or where you live and things like that, then please try to get a vitamin D tablet, because you're going to lack in vitamin D. Vitamin D tablets or vitamin D food, things that are like high in vitamin D. But tablet would be great if it's completely 100% natural. So you go for natural vitamin D tablet. If you're on any other medications, please check with your doctor or your GP whether this can interact with your existing medications. Only your doctor or GP can tell you this. Or if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, just please check with your doctor or your GP whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Now, when it comes to those of you that are actually in relationship, I just be a little bit careful, because your partner and you are going to be again having like a little bit of touchy, feely energy here. There is so much going to be going on in your life, and there is seem to be like a lot that is going to be going on in your partner's life. So be very careful, because it's in between you two. There is a little bit of stroppiness that I'm seeing. So the best is just to kind of like try to kind of focus on your life, and your partner can focus on their life. This is not going to be a great time to talk or anything like that. It's just that this week, I'm not saying that it's like not going to be a great time to talk or something, but it's just this week, just be a little bit careful, because I think you both, the bottom line is that you both going to have like so much going on in your life, okay? And that's why I think that is going to reflect on you when you're both going to feel like a little bit stroppy with each other. So just try to like kind of focus on other things, okay? Now, only this week though. Now, when it comes to those of you that are actually single and ready to mingle, ooh la la! When you're going through the weirdest moment, when you're going through the weirdest time this week, there is some weirdest situation, weirdest like omen situation, you know what I mentioned. There is also at the same time, there is this person going to appear, there is this person going to manifest, and you're just going to feel like a really wonderful influence from this person. At the same time, you're going to be surprised that you like like them, that you fancy them, but at the same time you're going to feel a wonderful influence with this person, and you will be able to kind of connect to yourself, you will be able to connect yourself to this person straight away in such a way like you've never done before, and also you will be able to see certain bits and pieces when it comes to your future with this person. This is how much you're going to fancy this person straight away, but there is something weird going to be about them, there is something bizarre going to be about them, there's something strange going to be around them, but you're going to absolutely love it indeed. So this is someone that is going to become very special in your life later on, but it is most certainly going to be the right successful combination for you. Watch this space, Scorpio, indeed. Now, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. There is going to be like the actual option that is going to become available to you, and it's going to be required from you to like kind of act straight away. So don't be too late. Okay, Sagittarius, don't be too slow. I'm not saying you're slow. You're one of the least slow, signs. You're not slow at all. Don't get me wrong, please. I'm just saying that there is a situation going to arise, an option, and you need to kind of make a really quick decision. Just don't be too slow or anything like that. Just try to make it then and there. Don't get tricked into the situation. Oh, I'm just going to step away back and just going to make a decision later. No. There is an option going to become available. Take it then and there. Even if it doesn't make sense, even if it's this, even if it's that, just take it then and there. Because if you don't, you will regret later on. In 1 week, 1 day later, 3 days later, 2 weeks later, you will regret if you don't take it. So any option that becomes available for you, my babies, just go for it, and go for it. Because also, there is an amazing, there is a moment, very, very strong psychic moment that you are going to have. The psychic moment, very strong psychic moment that you are going to have, it's going to give a certain vision about yourself, vision about your future. You're going to kind of see yourself the part of the picture in the future, okay? And especially this is going to become very strong, very significant, very powerful when it comes to the actual, just a second, when it comes to February 2020. When it comes to February 2020, this particular vision that you're going to have is just going to become very significant and very important. This is such an absolutely fantastic new starting point for you, because also this week it's going to be all about your own personal recovery from a certain personal loss that you had, that you were going through, certain stage, certain part of your life that it was so much to do with your emotions, that is so much to do with your family, that is so much to do with like your life, your personal life. Certain things didn't kind of work out really well, certain things didn't kind of make sense, and you knew this, and it was just all about the time. It was all about a certain time that needs to pass, that is going to pass, and then after that moment, after that time, you find yourself at the part of the completely different dimension, and you knew this. So now this is all going to be recovery from a certain loss, but when it comes to the actual finances as well, but also when it comes to you emotionally, this is so good, because instead of like having a revenge or something like that, or the certain situation that arose, not that long ago, now this is going to be a wonderful balance, because that revenge is going to become more like a resolution, that is just going to become like you realizing that you shouldn't hold a certain grudge about someone or something, and that is just automatically going to become a new starting point for you as well, because at the same time it's going to actually help you to see that to oversee the certain problem and the certain like a kind of like a situation that would happen, like a little danger that you wouldn't notice if this didn't happen, if the situation didn't develop in the way they actually developed. So this is all going to make sense, and it's absolutely fantastic. You will be super alerted, you will be super powerful, you will feel super energetic this week, and this is when you're going to feel your vavavoom back. This is when you're going to feel your power back, because this particular reconnection, it's also particular reconnection with somebody very important in your life, somebody very significant in your life. They are going to play an important role when it it comes to you kind of start like feeling very drawn towards the new stage in your life. Some very important and powerful option is going to become available for you also. At the same time, there is the new realization, just to kind of new realization that is going to become very evident to you. It's going to give it the actual idea, that you are going to have. It's also going to give you the control over the situation. It's going to give you strength. It's going to give you courage. It's going to give you power. And that in itself is just going to become absolutely fantastic time for you, because the whole new optimism and motivation is going to come forward, and you're going to like it. This is the time of accomplishment, and this is the time of like prosperity. This is the time of you realizing what you're going to do, and this is time of you realizing also like which changes do you need to make in your life. I just like it so much, because it's just like it's going to be about becoming, having a new obsession, a whole new obsession, but a really good obsession that is going to be the right obsession, that is going to help you also to change your life, but it's also going to help you with a certain habit, something that you shouldn't do, something that you shouldn't be doing, and this is also going to play an important role in order for you to like having like a certain adjustment with the certain things that you do in your life that you maybe shouldn't be doing. The whole new inspiration is going to come through, the whole new faith is going to come through, and also the sign, and you are going to realize that you really did need to stick to your guns, just some time ago, maybe within the last 24 months you will keep on like going towards the certain road, and maybe you're trying to prove something to yourself and to somebody else, and most certainly this is also for you going to be the time when you're going to prove something really, really important, and this is going to be the new starting point in your life, because there is a completion that is going to be life-changing indeed. And this completion that you're going to have is just going to be your own rebirth. And what is also at the same time going to happen, at the same time is what is going to happen, you're going to start feeling drawn towards a certain relationship in your life that you want to kind of pay attention to, that you want to focus on. Someone from the past also is going to come through forward that is going to have an absolutely ridiculously important information that they're going to give it to you, and it can only come from somebody who understands you. You may not like it, it may seem bizarre, it may seem weird, and it's going to come through somebody who really knows you really well, but that is going to be fantastic, because it's going to start something in you. It's going to start something within you, because you're going to start reflecting on a certain stage of your life, something that you do, something that is part of your character that you maybe not like. You not like hear it, but most certainly this is going to be something that is just going to kind of help you to pay attention to this, and that in itself is going to become very illuminating, and it's just going to become very, very optimistic time for you, because it's just a whole new optimism and motivation. It's going to come through, it's going to come forward through this particular situation. Okay, what else I was going to say, that this is just like a kind of like it's a lot about you're going to find yourself being very committed here, committed to what you do, committed to what your life is, committed to what you were focusing on so far. And especially, if you've lost a little bit of focus, if you've lost a little bit of our room, now most certainly this is going to come back, and this wonderful burst of energy is just going to change everything, because you're going to have so many informations that are going to become available to you, and it's just going to be up to you to kind of like see which information do you feel the most drawn to in order to kind of to become your new focus. This week is all going to be about you and about new life, new focus, new ideas, and the vision that you are going to have that is literally going to be life changing. This is also going to be like a great week when it comes to the actual negotiations. Please, my sweetnesses, this is a great week when it comes to the actual negotiations, you see. And what you're going to need to do, it's like basically just like if you do have a negotiation in particular like that you want, that you need to have, now try to have this week, because you're going to end up with so much more that you would end up normally, because this is the week of success. The vibration is going to be like ooh la la, and you're absolutely going to like it. And also when it comes to your personal power, when it comes to connection, reconnection with the people, you're going to like it. You will want to you will feel this magnetic power with people. You will want to reconnect and connect with people. And also you will kind of want to meet new people. So you are going to find yourself being the part of the going out, maybe part of the places, part of the areas where you didn't normally go, and you're going to enjoy yourself like there is no tomorrow. I do see you meeting lots of people throughout this week, and this is just going to be so good for you, because this is going to help you with your own reflection so much. But there is someone in particular that is just going to play an important role in your life that you are going to meet this week, and this is going to happen later on indeed. Okay, now when it comes to your health, my sweetnesses, you're going to need to watch your cholesterol levels. Now the simple one with cholesterol levels is going to be garlic. You can take a clove of garlic every day. It smells, but who cares? It's really good for you, so who cares? Your health is more important, you see, because this is just so significant to take garlic when it comes to your own cholesterol levels. And also on another hand, what else is like a flaxseed oil capsules, okay? Flaxseed oil capsules, if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, okay, check with your doctor, check with your GP, because only your doctor or your GP can actually tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. But the flaxseed oil is absolutely brilliant when it comes to the actual cholesterol levels. And it's not only that, it's just help you like a lot with like hair, skin and nails, you know, it's like helps with so much, and the brain health, you know, it's just absolutely brilliant. Something that I highly recommend. When it comes to those of you that are in relationship, your partner is going to surprise you, because they're going to do something really significant. They're going to do something really powerful. But when it comes to them, and when it comes to them making a certain decision, they're going to surprise you. And it's a decision that was made some time ago, and now that was like a period of like nothing happened. So now that is going to start making sense, and you will see that what your partner did, the decision that they made, you know, it was absolutely amazing. And there's the whole new wiseness, the whole new deepness, the whole new power that you're going to realize about your partner here. And I like this, because there's like some kind of spiritual motivation that you're going to have through your partner. It's absolutely brilliant. Your partner's third psychic eye is very much highlighted, so they're going to surprise you in such a wonderful and spiritual way indeed. For those of you that are single, you see, this is a brilliant time to actually flirt, brilliant time to go out and enjoy yourself, because as I said, you know, like for those of you that are singles, you know, single and expecting to meet somebody, you know, flirting is just so important. Flirting is the part of it, you know, not to go out and just meet somebody like straight away, oh hello, oh, they fancy me, hello, you know, that's it. No, you just need to like kind of like discover yourself, rediscover yourself, because we are constantly changing. As older we are, the more we change, you know. Maybe, you know, it all depends on our spiritual journey. It all depends what is happening in our lives so far. It all depends on our karma. And this is why my saying is an important time to go out and meet as many people as you can, okay? Because there is something like some kind of turnaround that you're going to have within yourself. Something is going to change, and later on you're going to make a really important message, a really important change, which came from this experience, okay? Now, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be Capricornius. Capricornius, my beautiful, gorgeous, sharp, precious Capricornius. This is going to be the time of reward. You're going to feel like you're on top of the world this week, you know. You're going to feel really good. You're going to feel really powerful. You're going to feel really significant in your circles, significant in your within your family, significant within your friends. You will want to share your love. You will want to share your happiness. This is so good. Very important friendship, the beginning of a certain friendship that is going to happen here, and that friendship is going to be so good. That friendship, it's going to be so significant, and that friendship is going to be something that is that is going to be the part of your life for really that is going to be something that is going to be, I do apologize, that is going to be something that is going to be the part of your life for a really long time. I'm so happy. It is the friend, it is the person, it is somebody very significant. This is going to be a friend this from your past life, and this is why I'm saying that this is so important. Somebody from the past life is going to reappear. I know it sounds but this is true. It's so much around us to what is actually going on. So somebody from the past life is going to come through, come forward, and this is going to be somebody who's going to carry very important message for you. So try to see who this is going to be. So basically an important person that you're going to meet, that is going to cross your path this week, and this is somebody from your past, and this is somebody that is just going to kind of become the part of your life now here as well. Very important, because there is going to be the whole new harmony that you're going to have, but also you're going to kind of feel very drawn to that person, and you're going to kind of find out certain things about yourself through this person that no one else would actually tell you. It is going to become very intriguing, and it is going to become very peculiar so many times, you know, like when you come across with this person. But that feeling, that strangeness is just going to be something that is just going to kind of motivate you to find out more and more. The bottom line is you're going to meet a very special friend this week. And also, what else I was going to say, the material gain that you are going to have this week is just going to be kind of like completely connected to something that you knew that this is going to be, you know, material gain, but it's going to be slightly more than what you expected. This is absolutely brilliant, because at the same time, it's what about money? It's like an inheritance here. I'm seeing an inheritance. So you are going to kind of become aware that you're going to become the part of the certain inheritance. And if you don't have anybody to leave you the money, if you don't have any family, because some people don't have a family, and then this means that, you know, there's going to be the money that you're going to find out about, that you've been owed to, that you didn't actually even know, and other people are also going to become a part of it. However, the certain amount of money is going to be here, and this is going to be absolutely brilliant, and this is also going to kind of help you to do something what you wanted to do in a really long time, like a book certain trip, a book certain journey. You will want to take care of yourself in the best possible way, and this is most certainly going to be the right time. This is most certainly going to be the right time, the right moment, because the whole harmony and new balance is going to come through. It's going to come forward. A little bit of nostalgic situation, you know, from the past. You're going to remember something in your past. You're going to kind of feel a very, very kind of like a blue when it comes to your past, you know, but blue not in a bad way, blue not in a negative way. There is going to be a very strong connection with the past, so you're going to be kind of thinking about the happy times in the past. I'm not saying you're unhappy now, but suddenly you're going to find yourself thinking about your past and being connected to this to your past this week more than you normally do. And you know why? Because there is something in particular that you're going to realize. Something in particular that you're going to understand, okay? And this is a lot to do with your past. This is a lot to do with you going back there, and you're going to realize why you're going back there in your mind, why you're feeling so drawn, because the certain situation is going to bring you an insight that you're going to bring in now into this, you know, now into this life, what's going on now. And that is going to bring you to whole new reflection, and that is going to become an absolutely life-changing time for you and the beginning of the whole new adventure, because you're going to start feeling happy, you're going to start feeling like ecstatic, you're going to start feeling like enthusiastic, and that is all going to kind of push you towards doing new things and trying new things, and push you towards being very adventurous. But especially in particular, something new when it comes to the actual school or job, you're going to start, this is going to be the beginning of something really new, where you're going to start feeling very, very, very drawn towards, but it's just automatically, it's just going to make you feel really joyful every single time when you think about it. And this is going to be your moment, this is going to be your time, this is what is going to in particular help you to kind of realize that this is all about the new plans, and it's all about like a wish, you know, the big wish that you had. Now this is all going to come back, and it's all going to kind of start making sense. Yeah, it is just so important, because this is going to be the time of you kind of realizing that there are going to be like a certain things that are going to need to be changed as well at the same time, and also like a certain worry and loss that you had, you know, maybe like in like 7 or 8 months ago. Now this is just all kind of balance. It's going to balance itself out, which is absolutely brilliant. Okay, what else I was going to say, you know, this, I don't even know how to say this. This is like This is an important time when you're also going to realize something. You're going to be a little bit disappointed with somebody like around you. It's going to be like a person who you work with or person who you come across with. If you're retired, it depends, you know, where you go out, where you go to meet people, or you may not go out, but you may have some kind of like a, you know, social relationships with people on the internet or something. However, the realization about somebody's not really good, somebody's really bad here, somebody's like quite greedy or something. And that realization is just kind of gonna make you realize certain trail about people, and that is actually going to be quite good for you, because there are like about 3 things that are going to come out of it that is going to bring you the whole new balance, and that in itself is going to bring you the whole new harmony, and that in itself is just going to have a wonderful effect on you, because it's going to make you realize that tact is necessary to maintain peace. Okay, and on another hand, this is all about your perfection. This is all about your recognition. I'm absolutely super ecstatic for you, Capricorn, because this week everything is going to change. It's all about ultimate change, capability. You're going to find out something very important about yourself, triumph, okay, and it's just reward from the hard work and success. Other people are going to admire you, and you're going to feel so pleased with yourself. Okay, so now the only thing that I would like you to take is actually vitamin B5. It's so important for you to take a vitamin B5 this week, because this B5 is going to help you with the stress. I can see that the stress levels are going to be like a little bit strong, and the only reason why stress levels are going to be a little bit strong because so much is going to be happening around you. It's not going to be like, oh, like this, but it's just got the stress levels are going to be like a little bit strong. So it's just basically because you're going to be making certain decisions, and I need you to take like a vitamin B5, natural B5. You can take this with a supplement, organic, or like without any chemicals. And if you only add medication, just check with your doctor or your GP, because only they can tell you whether this can interact with your medications. And if you don't want to take like a supplement, then you need to take lots of mushrooms, not those mushrooms, lots of mushrooms and cauliflower. It's quite rich in B vitamins, like lots of cauliflowers and mushrooms. You know, this is going to give you lots of B vitamins, and you should eat this throughout this week. But in order to take it like in a capsule form, just take it in a capsule form. B5 is just as good. Okay, and what else I was going to say is just basically for those of you that are in a relationship, it's just like, you know, your partner is going to do something and it's going to really mind blow you. It's going to be mind-blowing. Your partner is really going to do something, and it's going to be really good. You're going to realize something really important about your partner, about how wise they are, how clever they are, how significant they are. And this is a really nice person, because they're going to do something that's going to make you feel so good this week. And it's going to happen at a time when you're really going to appreciate it. So your partner is also kind of going to surprise you this week, and is going to take care of you at the moment when you need it the most. And they will take care of you in such a way, like when you're going to realize, my God, you love your partner so much, and it's going to be vice versa. They will do something, and you're going to realize how much they know you, and you will like that. But the way they're going to take care of you at the most needed time, when you need a little bit of room emotions, this is going to be the new starting point. Okay, and those of you that are actually single now, Capricornius, my gorgeous babies, those of you that are actually single, it is just going to be the confidence and power that you are going to have. And there's someone in particular is going to try to come back. Stay away from them. Stay away from them. Like somebody's physically going to try to come back to you again, or somebody's just going to try to like kind of somebody's going to be part of your mind. You know, you're going to be thinking about them. Just stay away from them. This is so important, because you will be tested in such a way where you're going to like kind of like this week, no baby, no, to find somebody. I'm sorry, you know, this week is only short. But the bottom line is that karmically it's going to be important, because you're going to be tested, and the way you're going to be tested is like whether you're going to end up with this particular person or not. And I would just say to you, no. So it could be somebody from the past, somebody like that you were with before, that is just not meant to be the part of your journey. But it also could be somebody also, not somebody who is also going to be somebody that you see for the first time. You've never seen them before, but you're still going to be tested. I'm sorry, it is not going to be real, and it is just something that is kind of going to help you to realize certain happiness and fulfillment about yourself, about your life, and about your love life, and about your future, and most certainly to not to go for the wrong people, and to see Where have you been making mistakes, or where could you make a mistake if you find somebody who you really feel close to in this life? So there's a very big lesson that you're going to need to learn here. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is Aquarius. Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. When the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars. Hello my gorgeous Aquarius, you just don't care this week, because you are just going to again be able to prove so much, not only to yourself but to people around you. Somebody in particular who was like absolutely leaving a bitter taste in your mouth. Somebody that was part of your life that just kind of started drifting away, drifting apart. Somebody who's not part of your dimension and energy anymore. It's actually going to make you realize that the very new stage in your life, it's about to unfold. You know, I like this. This is important because the negative energy with somebody, through somebody, is going to come to an end. And I'm so happy, which means that you were like energetically affected in the last 24 months by somebody else. Maybe the certain karma, you see, certain karma with that person came to an end. You see, this is a cat, which means that person is really smart, that person is really clever, that person is really intelligent. And this is what this beautiful object is trying to let me know. The spirit in this room, Martin, is trying to let me know also at the same time that that karma with that particular person is coming to an end. It was draining your energy, it was draining your power in the last 24 months, especially, that you didn't even realize. It kind of like you couldn't have shine your light as strong because of that person. And now karmically it's slowly coming to an end and the worst is over. So karma with somebody came to an end, and that is so important. It is not only about the new stage that it's going to be revealed for you now. It is not only about the whole new bright prospect that is going to be revealed for you now, but it's the whole new stage. It's going to become evident for you. This is the beginning of something big. This is the beginning of something huge. This is also the beginning of something really important. Perhaps you feel a little bit guilty subconsciously about something and about somebody else and a certain decision that you made. It doesn't absolutely matter whatsoever, because after this week everything is going to change. You will be able to prove something to yourself really important when it comes to the new plan. New plan, new plan, new plan is going to come through you, from you. New idea is going to come from you, through you. And somebody, other people might think like, oh no, absolutely no, this does not make sense. No, you just need to trust yourself. You need to trust your own intuition, because your intuition is going to be super powerful this week, and you are, you're also going to have a highly psychic week. Your third psychic eye is going to be like a wide open, like more open than these two eyes. Indeed, it always is, of course. But also at the same time, it's going to make you realize that basically there is the do not jump into conclusions. Do not jump into conclusions this week. You are going to be super sensitive, super psychic. So as I said, you're going to be very psychic and your intuition is going to be very strong. But do not jump into any conclusions. Do not make any big decisions this week whatsoever. Because if you do make a really big decision, I'm not saying it's going to be bad or anything like that, but I'm just saying don't jump into conclusions, because there's a lot going to be going on. There are lots of information that are going to be going on around you, but at the same time you're going to be the part of the different dimension, because you're going to be making lots of decisions. My Lord, this week is going to be super important when it comes to you making decisions. Aquarius, listen to me very carefully. Be very wise. Be very, 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 very wise this week, because you're not going to realize how important this week is going to be. Don't jump into any decisions. Don't jump into any conclusions this week. So don't make any massive big decisions this week. But this is the week for thinking. This is a spiritual week. This is a deep week. This is a powerful week. This is the week of a spiritual awakening again. But at the same time, the new portal is opening, but that portal is most certainly hitting you like so much like there is no tomorrow. You will be showered by this power, showered by this energy, which means that you're going to be really wise. A lot is going to be happening, but don't jump into conclusion. This week is the week for thinking. After after that, then you can like do whatever you like, okay? But this week, don't jump into any conclusions whatsoever. What else I was going to say, it's like a really big success that you are going to have. Success and gain and realization and how mature you are and how powerful you are. And also it's going to be you throughout the week, you're going to be under the test. Be wise, be wise, be wise. Just remember, I know I'm repeating myself, sorry, don't jump into any conclusion. It's just so remember, because you will be kind of tested in such a way where the people around you, the situations are going to kind of like try to make you stroppy or make you like kind of test you in a certain ways in order to try to gain something negative out of it. But you are going to be smart, you're going to be clever, and you're going to be able to oversee all this situation. And especially me now telling you this, you will be able to be prepared for this indeed. This is all about you using your confidence, and it's all about you being really, really smart and really clever indeed. I'm so happy for you, because it's all about the certain decisions that you've been making in the last 8 months. Now this week there's going to be an unfoldment when you're going to realize it's all about how mature you were, how powerful you were, and there's a certain goal that you're going to realize that now you really did it so well. You just have to keep on being dominant. Remember, Aquarius, keep on being dominant this week. The reason why you're going to do so well, and the reason why you got to this point, is because you're so powerful. You're so dominant. When you want to be dominant, when you want to feel dominant, people do feel your dominance. Indeed, Aquarius, you're amazing. So this is something that I need you to remember this week. You need to keep on being dominant. There is somebody that is going to try to mess the situation up. The certain family member perhaps is going to come through and come forward, and it's going to require something from you, and that in itself is just going to make your waters a little bit murky. Just everything that comes up, it's going to be like not fake, but it's not going to be as important as everything else that you're going to be able to you're going to make decisions after this week, or what you're going to realize at the very end day this week. Please, just one step at a time. But if somebody tries to wind you up, if somebody tries to challenge you, which is going to happen, and there is a certain relationship that is going to be like very much so very strongly evident when it comes to that situation, but also the certain family member as well is going to try to challenge you with something, and you just go with the flow. Be very, very smart, be very mature. Do not blow like, oh no, do not explode or something. Just wait for this week to finish, and then you will see exactly what was I talking about. Also, a certain person is going to surprise you, and it is going to be a very good surprise. Certain family member is going to do something, and it's going to be a very good surprise where you're going to like it, and it's also to do with their success. And also another family member is going to have a good news about their health as well, which is going to kind of make you feel really good about yourself. And because you will be able to kind of you will realize also that you were worrying about this particular situation more, and it was draining you more than you actually realized. It is all about the actual accomplishment that you did so far, and I'm so happy for you. What else I was going to say is just basically it is an opportunity. Now the bottom line is this week, my beautiful babies, an opportunity that is going to be mind-blowing, opportunity that is going to be life-changing. That's why I need you to stay level-headed. That's why I need you to have this right balance. That's why I need you to kind of keep your focus sharp. That's why I need you to be very open-minded, and that's why I need you to be very mature. That's why I need you to be very mature and very wise, okay? Because there is a huge invitation and opportunity that is going to happen, okay? And this is all about advancement. This is all about attraction. This is all about request, and of course it's going to be very challenging indeed, but then again at the same time you're going to absolutely love it. So that's why I need you to be level-headed, because this week you will realize your life will change, and it's going to happen through the certain opportunity. Of course, my babies, one step at a time, but this is going to be just the beginning. You will see exactly what I mean. Okay, and also let me tell you something, my babies, there is a certain journey. It's going to become evident here. You'll be thinking about a certain trip or certain journey. That is going to become very evident indeed, but it's also at the same time, it's a sign for you that you need to take this trip, you need to take this journey to kind of rebalance, to balance yourself out. And also when you take this trip or journey, once you go there, while you're on your way there or while you're on your way back, it doesn't matter. There's a mind-blowing spiritual experience waiting for you, and the spiritual experience that is waiting for you, it's going to come in a form of idea. That idea that you are going to get through this particular journey, it's going to be life-changing as well, and it's going to make sense a lot in 2025. Okay, I know I'm going, but yeah. Now, basically, when it comes to the actual, when it comes to the actual health, you see, now the energy levels are going to be all around the place. You know, the energy levels are going to be quite good, because this is the time when you're going to realize it's a lot about your own rejuvenation, and that is going to reflect on you in such a nice way, and it's just going to make you feel really radiant. Lots of people are going to notice you this week. Lots of people are going to say you're sexy, you're very radiant, and you will be able to manipulate this in a certain ways with certain people. So you want to gain something, be a little bit naughty. You know, I don't mean to sleep with people or anything like that, but I'm meaning like using this beautiful radiance, you know, and you know, this is going to be brilliant, because it is going to reflect on you in such a wonderful way. So socially, this is going to be good for you. You're going to feel good, but then again, it's just a little bit of like a anxious week that you're going to have. Nothing to like this. It's just a little bit of healthy anxiety. You know, everybody's anxious to the certain point. Everybody has got an anxiety to the certain point. It's natural, just like a stress. It's natural, you know. It's just that they sometimes they make like, oh God, you know. It's just like, it's natural. It is natural body reaction, you see. And when people are anxious, you know, your anxiety is lying to you. It's anxious. I'm not saying it's going to be like terrible or something, but it's just your anxiety. Just remember, your anxiety is lying to you. Your anxiety is lying to you. Your anxiety, it's lying to you. As simple as that. So it's a little bit of anxious moment that you're going to have throughout the week, but just because you're going to be the part of the so many situations that are going to be brand new kind of starting points in your life when it comes to your way of thinking. So that's why I'm just going to let you know that it's going to be a little bit of anxious situation. I highly recommend you to get vitamin B5. You need to get vitamin B5. Okay, very strictly, very important when it comes to stress or anxiety, like very important indeed. You need to take this throughout this week. And if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP, because only they can tell you if you can take this or not. And on another hand, if you want vitamin B5, it's like, I will say the same what I said previously. It's going to be like in mushrooms. Not those mushrooms, please. No, it's going to be in mushrooms. Vitamin B5, I'm only joking. Vitamin B5, it's going to be in mushrooms and cauliflower, if you would like to take it from like a food. Okay, just to let you know. Okay, so now when it comes to those of you that are in relationship, oh my goodness, it is just your partner is just going to kind of have something presented to them, and what your partner is going to have presented to them is just going to kind of be so good, because it's at the same time going to be a new starting point for them. I'm keep on saying they have been going through like a certain changes. Now this is going to be like the week of changes when it comes to your partner, because there is a certain power that they're going to have, and that power that they're going to have, it's going to actually happen through their own accomplishment, and that is going to reflect on their money, that is going to reflect on their financial situation, and that is going to reflect on their maturity. And you're just going to kind of be turned on by the fact, I don't mean to be rude or anything, but you're just going to like the fact that you know, your partner is like so mature and so wise and so clever, and you will like it, because there is a whole new optimism going to come through this situation, and that in itself is just going to kind of make you feel so much good about yourself, and it's going to reflect on you and your work in such a great way, because it's going to motivate you in so many ways indeed. Sorry. And for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingle, like I said, this is going to be a great time. Flirting, great time rediscovery, discovering yourself, great time of radiance. You're absolutely going to love it. This is going to be absolutely brilliant. This is something that you need, and it's just going to help you so much. But there is somebody that is going to become the part of the scenario, and that person is somebody who is like maybe foreign to where you are, or it looks maybe foreign, like from where you are. Like, for example, do you understand what I mean? There is something going to be like a stranger or foreign about that person, and that person who is like a stranger or foreign, it might not even be a stranger or foreign, somebody from a different country, but it could look like completely different, or it could like have a mom and dad from somewhere else. You know, it all depends. There is going to be something very strong that is going to become very strong, like that is foreign or strange around that person. So this is somebody who is going to kind of awake something in you, somebody who is about to sweep you off your feet, and somebody who is awakened a whole new set of feelings in you, and is going to help you to reflect on certain, you know, things about yourself like no one else did before. And there is something interesting it's going to start happening with this person. This is just the beginning. Okay, so now the next sign the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my Pisces, my gorgeous, beautiful Pisces. Now, Pisces, first of all, it's all about the justice that you're about to have. Something really big, something really huge, you know, happened not that long ago, maybe within the last like about 24 months, and you weren't too sure what is going to happen. You weren't too sure what to do. You weren't too sure what the next stage of your life it's actually going to be. It was all kind of based off that. So basically, there's a certain justice that is going to come through, certain justice that is going to come forward, and this is going to be so good for you. And that's the bottom line. A justice that is going to be mind-blowing, a justice that is going to be absolutely life-changing, and at the same time, this is going to be the time of your personal rebirth. This week, this is going to be the time of your rebirth, and you're going to start feeling very, very awake. You're going to start feeling very good. You're going to start feeling very optimistic, and also you will just want to kind of really focus on the next stage of your life. Next stage in the form of like you know, what the next stage would be: new course, new college, new school, new job. I mean, this is all going to start making sense, because something is going to happen. There is a certain news that you are going to have about your own achievement, your own accomplishment. That in itself is just going to be really time for you to move on with your life. And this is exactly how you're going to feel. This is absolutely brilliant, because it's all about your own transition. This is all about your own change, and this is all about your own adjustment. This is so important, because, you know, my babies, you're going to listen to me. You're going to need to make a sacrifice, and the sacrifice that you're going to need to make is just going to kind of make you feel like you're going to need to kind of dig into the very comfortable part of yourself, very comfortable part of your life, and you're going to need to dig something out, you know. And once you dig that out, that is going to be the new starting point, which is going to be your own sacrifice. But then that in itself is going to be your own readjustment, regeneration, rebirth. This is so important, because when it comes to the certain completion and when it comes to the certain ending, this is going to be mind-blowing, because it's just going to make you feel very, very overwhelmed. You're going to feel like really, oh, finally, I wanted this for such a long time. And there are moments in your life, you know, and especially in the last 12 months, when you were thinking, maybe this is not it, maybe this is not the right thing. So there are lots of answers that you're actually going to gain through this situation. There are lots of answers that you are going to gain through this, and this is so important, because at the same time you're going to feel very brave. You will be invited to be the part of something new, something weird, something different, and the part of that you're going to be is going to require from you to be very optimistic, to be very brave, and to have a certain capacity and a certain strength. Now, this is when your test is going to be, and the way this is going to happen, you're going to have a practical knowledge that is going to be tested this week. So be very, very kind of like a level-headed, be very grounded. It's very important for you to go and kind of like have a one day when you can go and reconnect also with the nature, but try to make sure that you're going somewhere by the water. You need to go by the water. You don't need to jump into the water, my Pisces, and swim, but you need to be somewhere by the water, because water is going to be like something that is just going to have a wonderful impact on you, which is going to help you to reconnect reconnect with a certain reflection in your life. And the way this is going to happen, it's going to happen with the grounding. You just like sitting on the ground, like what I said before, you putting your hands on the ground like this at some point, some moment, you know, throughout this week, and just try to reconnect with the nature somewhere by the water if possible. If you can't do it by the water, if you can't find a place by the water, lake or sea or something, then at least you need to find like a place in the forest, like a tree. Try to place your hand on the tree like this, or try to hug a tree. You just need like about a few moments, but this is going to be important because the strong, very, very strong connection and reconnection with the earth you're going to have, and then at the same time something wonderful is going to happen to you. And when I say something wonderful is going to happen to you, it's just going to, there is the inspiration that you are going to get, an inspiration that you are going to gain. But before you get and gain this inspiration that is going to bring you to whole new bright prospects, I need you to do this. This is so simple, my babies, so simple. Just go out there, find the park, find the forest, you know, just one day. It can be 10 minutes, it can be 5 minutes, come on. It can be on your way to work, on your way from school, on your way to university, you know. It can be at any time. Just go out there and just 10 minutes, you know, 5 minutes of reconnection, and that in itself is going to be an amazing time, because as I said, it's just going to bring you the whole new inspiration and the whole new prospects, and something is going to happen in such a good way when you're going to realize something really important about yourself. It's time to move on with a certain stage of your life, but if you're finding it hard, but it's time to move on, because if you don't move on, it is going to start dragging. If it starts dragging, then it's going to start making you feel really unhappy, and that's why I'm saying it's time to move on. Okay, it is also going to be the two choices that you're going to end up with. These two choices that you're going to end up with, they're going to be like kind of like connected to you, your relationships, your family, and a couple of things that you need to make up, and certain input that you need to make when it comes to your family, and when it comes to the certain decision making. Something huge is going to happen when it comes to the actual the immediate family members. Some very big news, very good news, very good indeed, something that people waited for a long time, and that in itself is just going to become the part of the celebration, a reason for celebration, because this in itself is going to resolve in like a really good news gain, and the next stage of your life is just going to become kind of like very obvious and very sorted after this moment in time. Okay, what else I was going to say is just basically, this is it. You need to really go with the flow. Go with the flow, step into the new dimension, step into the next dimension. You are just about to cross this bridge. You're about to cross your spiritual bridge. This is really important. While you're crossing this spiritual bridge, this is going to happen this week from the 29th of April until the 5th of May. Okay, by the time you get to the 5th of May, you're already going to be on this other side of this bridge. So what you need to do, see what you feel completely connected to when it comes to the deep concentration and study. New learning experience. It's going to become life-changing for you. See what you feel drawn to. See what you feel like your next step. See what you want to explore. See what like concentration, what requires like this deep concentration, study, scholarship, reflection, respect for knowledge. It's going to be absolutely huge, and this is also going to happen at around the time when you find out a really important news, about yourself, which is going to reflect on other people in your life. Okay, what else I was going to, oh my goodness, you see, this is when I get really excited, because it's all about the swift activity. It's all about the fast. Things are going to start changing fast, but it is only going to be the beginning. Okay, things are going to have like a really huge, massive, swift movement, but it is only going to be the beginning. However, this is all going to be about the beginning of you, your life, new dimension, new direction, enthusiasm, new initiative. Okay, this is all going to be about you realizing that there are unlimited possibilities. This is absolutely amazing, and most certainly this week is going to be literally mind-blowing. Okay, what else I was going to say is like when it comes to the actual health, you are going to have like a sensitive hips, sensitive hips and sensitive legs, but most certainly sensitive hips. So try to make sure that you are doing the certain exercise when it comes to your hips, okay? Try to make sure that you're sleeping in the correct way when it comes to your hips, okay? Try to make sure that you're also having the right pillow, and also try to make sure, I think it's quite good to put a pillow in between your legs. So sleep on your side when it comes to your hips, and then put like a little pillow in between your legs, and try to sleep like that for a week, and that is going to help you quite a lot. It helps you with the hips, but it also helps you with like a lower back pain and back pain and things like that, which I'm not saying that you're going to have, but maybe lower back pain because it's around your hips. So try to make sure that you sleep in the correct way and you're taking the right exercises when it comes to your hips, but also make sure work-life balance. Make sure that you take a rest and necessary rest when you feel like you need a rest. And also, on another hand, what else I was going to say, dry skin. Dry skin, sorry, Maria. Okay, it's only another spirit that's saying hello. Okay, but it's just basically dry skin that you are going to have. And this dry skin, please try to get, like what I said, I know I'm talking about flaxseed oil, but because people don't understand, not people, but sometimes people don't get like how important flaxseed oil is. Get flaxseed oil for dry skin. It's an essential oils, it's omega-3 essential fatty acids, okay, that our body cannot produce by itself. So this is why it's so important. It helps with cholesterol, dry skin, health, hair, skin and nails. But especially when it comes to you for dry skin, you know, it's like a flaxseed oil capsules. Like I prefer capsules, easier to take than oil. It's so important because after 2 or 3 weeks taking this like every day, your skin is like just so much different. You can notice it's amazing. Okay, so try to get like a flaxseed oil for dry skin. And if you are on any other medications, if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, check with your doctor or check with your GP, because only your doctor or your GP can actually tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, or if you're pregnant and breastfeeding, if you can take this or not. On another hand, basically when it comes to those of you that are in relationship, you see, it's just like your partner is going to come up with something, and that is going to surprise you a little bit. It's going to blow you away a little bit, because it's going to be like, oh my god, already? So see, they came for me again. I'm here. No, joking. So basically, yes, your partner is going to have a really important movement, important progress as well. Something is going to happen really quickly, and your partner is going to deliver some kind of message to you. It's going to surprise you. It's going to blow you away a little bit, but this is actually going to be really good. And it's just going to surprise you how quickly things are changing, how quickly things are moving. But it's fantastic. It doesn't matter, because this is all about new hope, new faith, and it's all about inspiration and the bright prospects that are going to be followed by this. So it's like a double whammy. You and your partner are both going to have a really important week, and that is going to reflect in such a wonderful balance in between you two. It's going to be lots of room this week. Okay, and I say, for those of you that are single and ready to mingle, I'm sorry, but there is something strange is going to happen this week. Like, not strange, but something is going to unfold in front of you on your way somewhere. And this unfoldment is just going to kind of make certain person become a part of it, and you will be there. And that person is just really it's going to become somebody who is going to be very intriguing, and somebody who you will want to find out a lot about, somebody who's going to be very, very deep, but you will not be able to put your finger on it. What is so deep about this person? Stay away. I'm sorry. You are going to meet somebody. Yes, some keep on saying stay away, but it's up to you. But it's just somebody who's not really good, somebody who's like there and it's not really good, somebody who's just meant to be there. It's going to pass, it's only going to be there for like a week. I would like to say to you, stay away. It's not going to be the right person. Somebody who's very low, somebody who's very negative, somebody who's very broken in many ways, but they're broken because of themselves, their own actions and their own karma, and they still need to go to heal themselves. But you're not the right person to help them on their spiritual journey. They need somebody else, somebody a bit more complex with a more complex situation. I'm not saying to you that I know completely your situation, but this is a bit more to it. This is very deep. This is very, very deep, and this is very peculiar. Okay, so this person is kind of going to become very interesting to you, and there is also going to be the possibility to kind of like kissy with this person. But I would just say, please please no, please don't. The energy is really negative and it's very low. I'm not saying they're evil completely, but I'm just saying it's not the right, this person is not in the right frame of mind. It's a very strong energy and it's going to reflect on you in a bad way if you end up with this person. So just to warn you. Okay, my gorgeous, my beautiful people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love you all. I love you. 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 I love you all. I'm sending you brightest blessings, healing, love, and light. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. I love you.